Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. That was like pulling teeth trying to get this thing to work. But we're going to pick off here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Or in the third quarter, I should say. Still got the fourth quarter. Cunningham's coming out. Saban Lee on Theo Mandolin. And that's Rob Edwards. Nice crossover. Getting into the paint. Kicked it out to Josh Hall. Josh Hall throwing an arid pass. It's going to be a turnover back to the Detroit Pistons with 3 minutes 16 seconds left in the third. 55-49. Pistons down 6. That's Saban Lee with the ball. Gets it out to Littleson. Littleson's out of Toledo University. There's Sekou Doumbouya trying to make his way in. Nice left hand by Sekou Doumbouya as he scoops it off the glass. Sekou's got to start showing some improvements. A lot of people think he's on the kind of like on the short list for players that won't be here in another year or so. But with the nice little move that he did there, it's looking like that was a nice little move he put on. And it was a left-hand scoop. Good shot by Sekou. Pistons down 4 points. So we're at a commercial break, so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but Facebook has been awfully finicky, especially as of late. I mean, they literally banned you. Well, they temporarily banned the other stream, so having a lot of technical difficulties. So, about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. We got Sean Walker in the comment section. What's up, Sean? Sean says Luka Garza has to start at center next game. I agree. Luka's big body down there. He's a big body and he lost weight, which is crazy. What did they say? He lost about 25, 30 pounds. I think that was the pregame assessment of him. And he's still a big body. So he's got really great size, even for the weight loss that he had. Sean's Sekou's on the hot spot for sure. I think he meant hot seat, but yeah, I do agree. He's definitely, especially with all the prospects and all the rookies that have come in the last year or two, and him being the longest tenured Piston on the roster. He's the longest tenured Piston on the roster, 3 years, and it's already looking like the team is kind of leaving him behind. But you know what? That last possession by Sekou is something we really want to see Sekou do more of. Is to take it inside the paint. Like, less relying on jump shots and just try to body guys down there in the paint and get hook shots and post moves to go in deep down low with 10 feet, 5 feet out. Really bullying him down low. And that's what he did on that last possession against Josh Hall, who is also a forward. He's going into his second year, Josh Hall is. So, I mean, he's going against an experienced player, a forward, and he bodied him down low and got an easy basket. So, OKC was at the line. They made 1 of 2. Saban Lee, big shot. He'll miss off the front of the iron. That'll be rebounded by OKC. And that's Theo Mandolin with the ball. Takes a shot. Big 3. OKC now up 8. 59-51. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left. Saban Lee will bring the ball up. Sekou Doumbouya. Big shot by Sekou. No, that's not Sekou. That's Sadiq Bey. I am sorry. Big shot by Sadiq Bey for 3. Giving Siku more credit than he deserves. Saban Lee with the 3. That's off. That rolls out to number 25 on the OKC Thunder. Maladon scoops it into, I believe that's Josh Hall. Saban Lee with the ball, getting it to Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey, step back. I think he's going to be called for the walk. No, it's going to be a offensive foul on Luka Garza. Sadiq Bey, that was a nice shot by Sadiq. We're going to see how much of a sharpshooter he becomes this season. He already looked good his rookie season. Aaron Wiggins took it in with a finger roll around the Pistons D. OKC up 11 on the Pistons. Saban Lee getting into Luka Garza. Luka Garza, and he is fouled down low. He took a hard spill down the paint, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Let's see. All right, we're going to be shooting some free throws. Luka Garza will shoot 2 at the line. Let's see, Sean, FB has been trashed lately. I don't want to read the rest of that out. You guys can read the rest of that out. I'm not trying to have my stream shut down. We need some baskets. Yeah, we do. Offense is kind of stalling a little bit. That's from Sam Bell. Sean Walker says, yes, Garza lost 30 pounds on a no-carb diet. He looks like a young Brook Lopez. If he can play like a young Brook Lopez, I mean, we got a player, man. We got a player. If he can play like a young Brook Lopez, we got a player. Luka Garza split 2 at the line, by the way. OKC with a 3 off the rim, rebounded by Aaron Wiggins with the tip back in over the Pistons D. Luka Garza out on the perimeter, gets it out to Littleson. Littleson kicking out to Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey up top, bullying his way into the paint. Gets it out to Luka Garza up top to Saban Lee. Saban Lee, shot fake, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Not good. Oh, inside. Picked up by number 54. That's Jamorka Pickett with the offensive rebound for the Detroit Pistons. He is a rookie out of Georgetown. And he's an unsigned rookie. So he is just here for the summer league, it looks like. Jamorka Pickett, I believe I'm saying his name right. He looked like a big body getting that offensive rebound. Jamorka Pickett, number 54. I love you too, RJ. Sam, was a good timeout. Need to go on a run. We have a personal. They're killing us with the drives and finishes over the trailing defender. I agree. I think we're down 10. Last I looked. Sean, we need to stop the Thunder's buckets too. They're getting right past us. Yes, they are. Hey, man, thank you. Sean, RJ, Sam, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Going to go through some of the comments here, catch everybody up. I've been screwing up some names too. Don't kill me. Sean says, at least he's rebounding strong in the paint. I agree. Garza looks good, and if you guys are noticing, he's threatening to shoot that three too. He's right at the top of the perimeter, threatening to shoot. So I'm not quite sure how Luka's range is, but I mean he's forcing the defense to guard him out on the perimeter. It's going to be interesting to see what he does in the future for us. Wiggins is killing us. You know who else is killing us? Malden. I think his name is Maladin. I think that's how they're pronouncing his name. Out of France. 2-year player. He's really setting up offensively. He's really keeping the offense flowing. He might not be scoring a lot, but he's really penetrating inside the Pistons D and forcing us to overcompensate for his pressure. Killian Hayes with the offensive rebound. That was a missed shot by OKC. Tyler Cook in the post with Silva on him. He tries to hook shot it inside the paint, and that is off. It's rebounded by Aaron Wiggins, but Saben Lee with the steal. He gets it going, gets it to the rim, got it to go, and one. Saben Lee, man, what an effort. What an effort by Saben Lee. Got the defensive steal right there. Picked the pocket of Aaron Wiggins, then transitioned into a easy, not easy, but a tough basket and the foul. And he gets the rebound. So Saben Lee helping the Pistons cut this lead down to 7 with 9 minutes 20 left in the fourth quarter. Man with the shot, he'll miss. This is rebounded by Littleson, and Littleson getting it back to Saben Lee. Saben Lee will try to create. Kicks it out to Pickett. Pickett back to Saben Lee. Saben Lee will take the three, but it looks like it's going to be a foul, offensive foul on the Pistons. Looks like it's Tyler Cook setting an illegal screen, and he'll not. Yep, the Pistons will give the ball back up to OKC. They will not count the shot. Good defense by Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes gets the turnover. Good steal by Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes trying to find a man, but he'll get fouled by Trey Mann. Man, great steal by Killian Hayes. Looks like the Pistons will get it out of bounds. Saben Lee putting the ball into Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook out to Littleson. Killian Hayes up top. Shoots it off the front of the rim. Rebounded by OKC. OKC, long full court pass. And they'll get Killian Hayes with the foul as he tries to stop the man from getting the open layup off the full court pass. Still 67-60. Pistons down 7. 8 minutes 26 left in the fourth. So Trey Mann is the point man for OKC. He's trying to get something going. This one will go out to Josh Hall, back to Trey Mann, out to Silva. Silva going inside to Pickett. Got around him, but threw up a bad shot. It's rebounded by Killian Hayes to Saben Lee. Saben Lee forcing OKC to foul him inside the lane. And he'll go to the line again, and he'll shoot 2. This is what we're going to like about Saben Lee going into the season, is he's going to be a guy that's going to really put the pressure on the defense. And he just got signed to a contract. I think that was yesterday. Signed a 2-year contract, a 3-year contract, and I believe it was for roughly $5 to $6 million over 3 years. It's a good pickup by the Pistons. I'm hoping he stays and he becomes a better player as his time goes on with the team. Saben Lee will make 1 of 2 at the line. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. Maladon putting the pressure on the Pistons defense. He'll miss. This one's kicked back out. Maladon gets the ball back with Littleson on him. Maladon kicking into Silva, hooking it up inside the paint, getting it to go. OKC back up 8. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Another illegal screen by the Detroit Pistons. They'll turn the ball back over to OKC. And that's Tyler Cook, it looks like. Silva got the ball inside the paint. Ball knocked out of bounds, it looks like, by Tyler Cook. Man, taking it hard in the paint. It hung onto the rim, and it finally fell. Kade Cunningham back in the game. Thunder up by 10. Cunningham getting it to Saben Lee on the perimeter. Tyler Cook getting it back to Saben. Saben for 3. Getting it to fall. Big 3 by Saben. 71-64. OKC. Trey Mann trying to get it to go. Forced one up. Pistons D preventing him from getting a bucket. Pickett has the ball on the perimeter. Kick ball going to be called on OKC. That's Charlie Brown Jr. out of St. Joseph. He's a third-year player. And that was a blatant kickball, too. This ain't soccer. Let's see. Say that one louder for the people in the back there, Sean. Saban's creating all of our offense right now here in the fourth quarter. And he's just aggressive, man. I mean, you can't hate on Saban, man. He's just aggressive. And if he can get that shot to fall more consistently, he could become a decent player for us. Cade Cunningham, 0 for 2 in the quarter right now as he just missed a second shot. Mann gets a gunning floater to go. Pistons down 9. Saban Lee kicking out to Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham at the top. He'll drive it in. Nice little finger roll off the glass around the OKC's defense. Great drive by Cade Cunningham. Mann is a little sloppy. I don't know. I mean, as a Pistons fan, I'm glad Mann is forcing up layups, but I'd much rather have Meldelon. If I was OKC Thunder, I would much rather have Meldelon being the point man or being the guy that's pushing the offense, because at least he's not forcing bad shots. But that's like the third or fourth possession where Mann's just trying to force something inside and has been challenged every single time. As a Piston fan, I'll take it. So whoever a Facebook user is we have no scoring. If you follow the directions in the description and allow StreamYard access, you'll be able to have your profile showing once I click on your name. And that goes for anybody that's inside the group that's commenting. You'll basically come up as a Facebook user. I'm going to go back to a couple comments since we're at commercial break. Let's see. See, Sean Walker says number 54. And number 54, he's referring to... He's referring to Pickett, I believe. Is that Pickett? Yeah, Pickett. Pickett out of Georgetown. Says, had a nice putback. Need his size for sure. He's a big body, honestly. He's only listed as a forward, but he's a big body. He looks about as big as Garza out there. So we're about to get back into the game here. 73-66, 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Pistons and OKC with 2 timeouts. Oh, big dunk by Wiggins. Wiggins really pushed inside the Pistons D. Got an aggressive dunk down low, giving the OKC Thunder a 9-point lead. Cade Cunningham. Bad pass by Kade. Kade had it, threw it right at Tyler Cook's shoes. But OKC fumbling the ball on the other end. They also had a bad pass on the other side of the court. But the ball looks like it's going to go back to OKC out of bounds. Looks like that is Aaron Wiggins. Man, who was that? Was that Sam Bell that said Wiggins is killing us? He's still killing us. He came back into the game and he's still trying to kill us. Wiggins is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Here, we're going to put this comment back up. We can't stop him. We can only contain him. I mean, immediately he got back in the game and he started scoring on us. Makes the first. He'll brick the second free throw. This one's going to come out to Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes kicking it out to Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham will take the ball up court. He'll set up the offense. Gets a screen from Tyler Cook. Cade Cunningham, aired shot. That didn't hit rim. This is rebounded by OKC. OKC fumbled the ball around. Sekou will get the rebound. Sadiq Bey will now get the ball. And he'll be fouled by Meldelon. Sadiq Bey tried to sell the shot, but they're not going to give him a shooting foul. The Pistons will take the ball out of bounds. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left in the fourth. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Cade Cunningham has got the ball. Oh, kicking it into Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook couldn't hold onto that one. That's a turnover, and that should be credit on Tyler Cook. He should have been able to hold on to that one. That was a good pass by Cade Cunningham. OKC with the ball. Robinson Earl lost the ball. Tyler Cook had the ball, and he lost it. Maladon getting it inside to Jalen Horde. Jalen Horde missing the shot. And I believe that's Sekou Doumbouya that jumped onto the court to get the ball. Hayes getting out to Cade. Cade kicking it out to Sekou for 3. Breaks off the front of the rim. Tyler Cook hustling down low, getting 2 chances. And he finally gets fouled. Cook, great second and third efforts. trying to get the basket after the missed shot from Siku. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful hustle by Tyler Cook. He'll go to the line to shoot too. Misses the first. Let's take a look at some of these comments. I'm still at like comments from like 10 minutes ago. This is for me every time I butcher Maladon's name. Maladon. He's a better player than Man so far, I think, for OKC. He's more controlled. He's not throwing up bad shots. Cade Cunningham gets the rebound. Killian Hayes kicking it out to Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey, nice turnaround step back jumper. Beautiful shot. Nice shot. That's a nice little 15, 16 footer by Saddiq Bey. I want to say that the Pistons should probably go to Saddiq Bey more, but I mean it kind of would defeat the purpose by, because this is supposed to be like for the big time for the prospects to get a lot of burn, and let them gel. Like Saddiq Bey is pretty much just out there babysitting, so like just having him take over the game would be kind of pointless because you want to see Cade Cunningham grow and you want to see Killian Hayes grow. Oh, man, Tyler Cook try to jam it down, but he misses it. Earl, I think, got a piece of that. Man for three. He'll break it off the back of the rim. Killian Hayes with the rebound. Gets it up to Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook got it in a foul. Beautiful move by Tyler Cook to get inside and gets the foul. So he'll go to the line, and he'll try to make this one three. Good pass by Killian Hayes to find Tyler Cook down low. In transition. We're going to go to commercial break here. Saban Lee getting a lot of shout-outs from the Piston fans. And by the way, it's not really Saban, it's Saber Lee. Saber Lee. Lee's 3 is not looking good. Is not looking good? That's from Sam Bell, but this was from a while ago. I'm going to catch up. Sean says the turnovers are making us lose. I mean, we've had like 4 loose ball turnovers, bad screens from, especially there at the end of the third, the beginning of the fourth, middle of the fourth. We had some very, very bad turnovers from loose ball fouls, illegal screens, things of that nature. Are you talking about Siku? Who's Butterfingers? Riley says, play-by-play skills ain't bad, Mike. Hey, I appreciate it, Riley. Thank you. Riley says, what's up? What's up, Riley? I appreciate you joining, man. Thank you. Let's see. Sam Bell says, Cook is a great hustler. He's a no yes type of player. Tyler Cook's at the line. He'll try to finish this 3-point play. Shot goes. Connects for the three-point play, getting the Pistons back within 4. Great hustle by Tyler Cook, man. It really broke my heart the Pistons waived him. Hopefully he gets back on the roster. Killian Hayes getting the tie-up down low, and he might have got the ball back. Pistons bench is clapping. It's going to be a jump ball. Beautiful. Nice defensive play by Killian Hayes, forcing the jump ball. He forced the jump ball with Rob Edwards, who's also a rookie out of Arizona State. Trey Mann has the ball with Killian Hayes on him. He can't get to fall. Another bad shot by Mann. Hayes tries to skip a full court pass to Cade Cunningham. That was a little bit too far, and a little bit too hard. He put a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Thunder will get the ball back. They're up by 4 with a minute 36 left in the game. Wiggins for 3 off the back of the iron. Killian Hayes with the rebound. He'll push it with man on him. Oh, he might have got blocked by Earl, but he's going to get the foul. That was an aggressive full court pressure by Killian Hayes to get up court. Oh, yeah, no, that was no block by Earl. He didn't even get a hand on the ball. Killian definitely got a hit on that play. Down 4, the Pistons got a chance to cut it within 2 with 2 free throws. Killian's got 6 points and 9 rebounds. Misses the first. Sean says, coast to coast, where you at, Kade? Misses the second. Oh, man. Come on, Killian. Killian's got to make those free throws, man. Down 4. Oh, good. Oh, Saban Lee almost picked Madelon's pocket. Maledon getting inside. Blocked by Sekou Doumbouya. Rejected in the paint. Beautiful rejection by Sekou. That's Jalen Hoare that tried to put that junk up. And here comes Sekou from behind, swatting that one out of bounds. Beautiful. Great job by Sekou. That's what we got Sekou out there for. I like it, man. I'm glad that we're not leaning on Bane too much. Bane's kind of, like I said, Bane's kind of like the chaperone out there. He's kind of making sure everybody stays in line. For those that don't know, he was on the Olympic team, so this in my opinion, these games are a little bit out of Bane's. He's a little bit too mature for these games, in my opinion. Even though Bane's only in his second year, his games is way past this level of play. So I'm glad that we're getting guys like Sekou a chance to play. Saban Lee almost got a steal in that last possession, so I'm glad that we're getting Saban Lee some burn. Good stuff. Good stuff by the Pistons. Sean says, good defense by Sekou. Absolutely. Sekou has 4 blocks. Beautiful call on that one, Sean. They keep cutting back to the Denver-Miami game. Miami up 12 points early in the first quarter in that one. Looks like we're coming back. There's only a minute left in the fourth quarter. So the Pistons really need to start getting some buckets here. those 2 missed free throws by Killian Hayes a couple possessions ago are going to really hurt the Pistons. If he would have made those, this score is only a 1-possession game. OKC has the ball with 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They try to get it underneath. Good steal by Saddiq Bey. Bey with the steal on the inbound pass. Killian Hayes has the ball. Man on him. To Kade. To DeBoya. To Saddiq Bey. Back out to Killian. Back out to Kade. Kade for 3. Oh, it's at the front of the rim. Rebounded by OKC. OKC has the ball. And the Pistons will foul with Saddiq Bey giving up the foul. 35 seconds remaining. Oh, man, good ball movement by the Pistons. They got Kade a nice-looking shot, but he can't get it to go. So this is Madelon. Has the ball with Sekou Doumbouya on him. Oh, good. I think he got a hand on that. Sekou got a hand on that one. That's a rebound by Saddiq Bey. Sekou Doumbouya for 3. Off the rim. Saddiq Bey with the rebound. Chucks up a shot. That won't go. Clock is at a .4, and it looks like OKC is going to end the game with the ball. Pistons had every chance to get this one, man. And time is going to go. That is it. That is it. That is it. Final score is 76-72. Pistons had every shot to get this one, man. Well, I will put it like this. Killian Hayes has to get those free throws. He missed 2. He missed 2 at the end of the game. If he gets those free throws, this game's a 1-possession game because no one scored after Killian Hayes missed those free throws. No one got a basket. Both teams were playing tough defense. So every basket counts at that point. Let's see. Hey, Sean or Sam, do any of you guys want to get on? We could talk a little post-game here. Let's see. Sekou had a good and Sekou had a good chance to get a 3. The problem is the Pistons are down 2 possessions, so if they hit a 3, then they'd have to get a steal and get a quick basket or some sort off a steal or something of that sort. It's almost like they should have tried to get an easy basket, like an easy inside basket, then try to get a steal, instead of like forcing up 3s there at the end. Kind of my perspective on it. It's kind of tough. Yeah, Sam, it can be done on the phone. Let me send you an invite. Sam, look out for the invite. I'm gonna send it to you on your messenger. Alright, Sam, I'm sending you an invite right now. I'm sending it to your messenger. We can get... Sean, do you want to jump on too? We can get you on here as well if you want. So, let me get this out there for everybody. Oh, so Sean says... Final, OKC 76, Pistons 72, Saddiq Bey 14 points, 12 boards, Cade Cunningham 12 points, 6 boards, Tyler Cook 11 points, 5 boards, Luka Garza, the MVP, 9 points, 4 boards, Killian Hayes 6 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. Not bad, not bad. I think Killian Hayes. I mean, I am cracking down a little bit on Killian. He really wasn't that bad, but that last possession, man, he's got to finish that. He's got to finish. He's got to get those free throws, man. Especially in a tight game like this, and both teams are clamping down defensively in those last couple possessions. Man, those free throws really hurt. All right, Sam, let me know when you got that. I sent that to your messenger. Sean, if you want to get on, I'll send you one too. Actually, I'll send you one, Sean. If you want to get on. So, final score 76-72. Pistons had a few chances to narrow the score there at the end, and they couldn't quite get it. All right, let me get to. All right, put down one set of headsets. Put on my other ones. Talk to Sam. Big Sam, what's up, man?
Hey, how we doing, Mike?
Doing good, man. Glad to see you, man. It's been a while.
It has. Pistons basketball is back.
What'd you think?
I'm not disappointed. Honestly, I thought there was a lot of the biggest thing to me coming out of it. I thought Killian Hayes looks like he can be an NBA player. Like his defense and his rebounding, it was really good. I think that it's considering that it's like his second year, and with the injury and the no summer league or anything last year, I think it's okay that he had some turnovers. Like I like the way he plays. He plays a fast break game. So I was impressed with his play. I could go on if you like. If I could go down some of the other players.
Let me get Sean in here. We can get Sean as well. Big Sean.
Hey.
Late nights with Shawnee. What's up, man? Sean, what'd you think of tonight's game, man?
It was a little disappointing to see the L, but I mean, I think there was a learning experience for Killian, Kade.
Sean, your audio's a little messed up again, man.
It sounds like you're underwater. You're drowning in your sorrow.
Sean, if you can get man, Sean's crazy, man, because like there's times where he comes in, he sounds like really clear, and then there's other times he comes in and he sounds like he's underwater.
I think he was drowning in his tears. He sounded disappointed.
Sean, reconnect and come back, and we'll get you back on, man.
Yeah, I'm like I'm not sure. Try to get my other ear in, but I'm not exactly sure how the summer league schedule works. With everybody gets in a tournament in the league. Right?
Say that again, Sam. You're breaking up as well.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Everybody's having technical difficulties tonight, man. Like I had a hard time getting going tonight, man. I missed the whole first half of the game. Facebook temporarily banned one of my accounts. I'm like, for what?
We're allowed to have a little miscommunication on our first day. So are the Pistons. I'm okay with it.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Facebook is not as forgiving, though.
Right.
All right, let's see if we can get Sean back in here, man. Sean!
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
There we go. There we go. Big Sean's back. What's going on, man? So tell us, man, what'd you think of tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it was a learning experience for some of the young guys out there, especially Killian, Cade, Sadiq, and Sekou, especially. Um, I would have liked to see Garza more at the center down the stretch there. I feel like we lacked a lot of rebounding and defensive presence in the paint. Man, Maladone, and Wiggins were just eating us up in the paint.
What do you guys think of Sadiq Bey kind of playing there down the stretch? You guys like him out there like this late in the game, like, or do you think
Oh
like
yeah,
we should have just like leaned more on our younger players?
I thought he was good. It's a guy that you're trialing. You know, you're trying to see his leadership, and you know what he's about. So let us give him a chance to try and make a game of it. He was taking out of threes. He was trying to make something happen when nobody was really able to get
Oh no,
anything
you're
going.
breaking
So,
out.
you can't hear me?
I can hear you a little bit.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead.
Well, that's pretty much all I had to say on it.
Okay. What do you think, Sean? You like Sadiq Bey out there at the end, or do you want someone else out there?
No, Sadiq should definitely be out there, but he's got to step up offensively. He stepped up defensively with that steal, but I mean he's the main guy really on offense to score the ball. He was a leading scorer. He's got to get the ball and make the shot. Cade did not have that last shot. That three should have went in. Sadiq really should have shot it. Maybe they should have called a timeout and set up a play or something. Their chemistry just wasn't there offensively, I don't think.
I mean, what do you think about? Did you hear what I said about Sadiq Bey being out there and kind of being like the team's chaperone?
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't feel like he. I really don't feel like he should be out there. I really do feel like he should be in like kind of a player coach a bit.
That's what I was going to say. With because you were saying that during the stream, and it's really a good point. He's like more mature than a rookie or a second year player. It's almost like he shouldn't even be out there. Kind of like what we were saying about Drummond when he was dominating the summer league for
exactly. It reminds me of. It reminds me of. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when Jason Maxiell was a young player, I mean, he stepped out there in like year 2 and he was just dunking on everybody. I mean, same with Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond was the same way. But, I mean, you could just tell guys are just like too mature for these games. And they're just out there just annihilating guys.
I thought there was a moment, I saw it, where Kade was trying to get the ball, and Bey was kind of like he's really the leader out there. Like he's the one who's the experience. And I do think it kind of took away from Kade being able to get into his rhythm a little bit, because we know that Bey is a player. We know he can score on that face. We know he can shoot three. I think that the point that you were making during the stream is a good one. That perhaps he doesn't need to be such a focal point because he's already a proven player.
Yeah. So what do you think, Sean? You still think he should be out there, or you really do think he should be just stepping up and just like taking control?
I think the fact that they allowed him to play, he just needs to step up. But if the fact that he was in street clothes on the sideline like LaMelo Ball, which he was in Charlotte, he was watching his brother Leangelo.
Yeah,
he was watching Leangelo on the sidelines, where Sadiq maybe could have been watching Cade on the sideline and assisting Cade on and off the court. Yeah, I could see that as a mentor.
Okay.
I think it's good that he plays, but I don't know. I did think that it may have taken Cade, because Cade Cunningham, he doesn't seem like the type of, he's not like Jalen Green is a scorer. That's what he does. So when he was out there, I watched them. His whole focus was like on scoring, and that's.
Mm-hmm.
that's what he was about. But what Cade Cunningham was trying to lead the offense, but really Bane is the one that's in charge of the team when he's out there because he's the best player. But so I feel like I think it's going to be good in the long run. I saw good things out of them. Both of our guards, the two long guards we got, I think they might have a good thing going with their length, and I think that I think in our regular season that we might start to build something. I'm not sure that we're going to be a playoff team or not, but I think that we got some good things going on.
You got a response to that, Sean?
Yeah, I agree with that statement, but I still think either Kade Cunningham or Saddiq Bey, one of those two guys, they got to step up as a leader on the court. I see maybe off the court in the timeouts, Saddiq Bey is pumping them up or maybe giving a couple on the court, maybe a little bit, but and then Kade in practice that we saw on social media. But I don't see the true vocal leader out there in that game today, and it really needs to be Kade.
I think it's going to take time. He's a real, like, you see his personality. Like he's not going to jump out there and like I'm the guy. I'm going to, like, he's really going to ease himself into it. And the summer league really is, especially for guys like him. It really is kind of like
he's got to though. No, he has to. In the draft, in practices, in the media, he was saying he was the guy. And then this first game, he really didn't go out there and show him he was that guy. Saddiq kind of took that level, and I think Kade has to pass Saddiq up.
Well, what do you guys think about just kind of the miscues by Kade? Like we're talking about kind of his energy a little bit, and we're talking about him being the guy, the vocal leader. But some of the I agree with Sam that some of that's going to come in time.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, what kind of bothered me is some of the miscues.
Yeah, me too.
There was miscues on both ends though. There was times where he was posting up. He had the guy like on the outside of him. He had his hand up.
Yeah.
Nobody was looking for him at all.
He was pushing the guy trying to get the ball, but when he did get the ball, he'd turn around and force a shot up, which maybe that was nerves or irritation.
But it's also that type of thing happens to you when like too many times in a row you don't get the ball, and then when you do get the ball, you feel like I got to take this advantage now, and then you take up a bad shot. So it's like the chemistry is really not there yet.
Tommy says this. He says Cook cost Kade 5 dimes. He was awful. What do you think?
Yep. Tyler Cook.
You do agree? You do agree with that?
Tyler Cook is Butterfingers. That's who I was referring to. He dropped the ball off of a rebound, went out of bounds. He dropped the ball out of a fast break, getting the ball in the paint. Dude can't hold on to the ball for his life.
There was one pass in there that Kade did throw at his feet. I was not happy with that pass.
That was one time, but out of the other 10 times, it was Tyler Cook.
What are your thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the truth. I do think that Cook is another one of them guys that feels like he's a little bit more veteran, or he feels like he's more veteran. You can see that he's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
When he gets the ball, he wants to take it to the hole. He wants to be in charge. Like he's got confidence. But I don't know.
I loved Tyler Cook's hustle down in the paint, man. I mean, he may have some brick hands out on the fast break, but out in the paint, man, he's hustling. He was getting rebounds. I think he got our last bucket too.
He made some good defensive plays too, where like he's swatting the ball away or using his strength. He's strong. Like he's a pretty strong guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think it goes back to your one comment earlier in the game, Sam, where he's just kind of a yes/no, up and down player. Maybe why he was waived. He's got to be more.
He's got to be more. His strength and his weakness.
He has to be more consistent.
Okay. All right. So went through Killian Hayes. Thoughts on Killian?
I'd give him a good grade on this game, even though he had some turnovers. His effort, and I really like the way he runs the fast breaks. Like he gets it and he goes, and he finishes the defensive plays too. So I was really impressed with that.
What do you think, Sean?
I think he just. I agree with what Sam said. His passing, his court vision, bringing the ball up, it's very good. His defensive presence, going after the ball on defense, whether it's a steal or rebound, that's very good. But when it comes to coming off screens or maybe open for a catch and shoot shot, he still has a lot of work to do with that. He's hesitating, and then he's taking a couple dribbles, fading away one leg, and barely getting the ball on the rim. I mean, his shooting is just bad right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
He looks like he has a decent shot, but it does rim out quite a bit.
And he's always hesitating. If I would like to see him just catch and shoot off of the screen or maybe off a pass. I feel like he'll get a better rhythm. He's always hesitating and taking a couple of dribbles and taking a bad shot. Like, just shoot the shot that they're giving you the ball to take.
I do agree that he does look more aggressive taking it to the rim.
Yeah,
taking it to the hoop. I mean, he's definitely spent time in the offseason with Saban Lee. So this past season, he was a little hesitant for his rookie season.
I will say, I like Tyler Cook as a player in a lot of ways, but you almost wish that you could take his confidence and put it into both Killian and Kade. Like they're the ones that should have that type of confidence, but it's just going to take time. That's just not their nature, you know.
Tommy says best players were Bane, Kade, Garza, and Killian. The rest will be G League trash. Thoughts?
I think you can add on to Sekou's defense. Sekou's defense was actually pretty good. He had 5 blocks, I guess.
Today, yeah, 5 blocks.
His offense is just terrible, but he had good defense.
He had a 3-pointer at the end of the game that almost went in, too.
Yep. Same with him and Killian cannot get their shots to go. They got to work on their shooting.
Almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So,
well, I mean, does that even count in that, though? I mean, if you almost got almost got a point, then you didn't get a point.
Yeah.
No.
You
almost got him with a hand grenade, and you didn't get him with the hand grenade. So.
I mean, but it's enough to get the kill, right?
What if it was almost enough to get the kill? Then what's it?
So, all right. So how are we feeling on Sekou? Is he G League trash? Is he gonna stay G League trash?
I don't think so.
I'd say again, last year, he stepped up again. Like he got big.
He did. Yeah, he had. Does anybody know if he got a little taller? He looks a lot taller.
He might be like
last year.
Maybe like an inch.
Not sure.
He looks bigger. He got a few blocks. Got 5 blocks today, which is great. Two within what was that, Sean? Like in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, the 2 of the blocks I think were in 2 back-to-back minutes, at least 2 minutes, and the other ones were just throughout the game. But I mean, his defensive presence, same like Killian, they just had a very good defensive presence, but their offense, shooting-wise, is just not there. But Garza, he's got to start next game. We need his size and rebounding skills. Tyler Cook, he's dropping balls left to right.
Did Tyler Cook start at center today?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did? Okay. Yeah, Garza's probably got to start. What's his face didn't see any playing time? Grant Jarrett? A lot of guys thought he was going to play.
Yeah.
Was he undrafted?
I don't think he's even on the team. He came out of Arizona. He's a 2-year player. But because we don't have a lot of centers on the team, and he's a bit of an older player, some people thought he was going to start at center, but I don't think we've seen him at all this game. So
Right.
yeah, I think it's got to be Luka Garza that starts at center next game, or the rest of the G League. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind seeing. I don't mind seeing. I don't mind seeing Tyler Cook. I just don't think he's a center. I think he should be playing power forward,
Off the bench.
off the bench, power forward. Who do you
Yeah.
think? You think Siku's has been playing good enough to stay power forward right now?
Not over Olenek,
Over who?
Kelly Olenek. Is that how you say his name? Kelly,
Oh,
the guy we just signed.
Oh
Kelly,
no! I'm talking about
He's
summer
talking about.
league.
He's
Summer
talking
league.
about summer.
Summer League. Okay, I thought you were talking about the normal team. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's playing good enough to play for sure.
to start the rest of the summer league. You think?
I think he should start though because he's under contract. Tyler Cook's not actually under
That's
contract.
true. That's true.
So
too.
he should be coming off the bench as a power forward center to maybe gain a position to sign a two-way contract.
There you go. That's a good answer. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I agree. Tommy says Siku is gone. Not a Weaver pick. No offense. He has bad as Bloha.
Yeah, he's still. He did kind of. He had a great opportunity. He did good in the same type of things that he did good in the past. What he didn't do good in was the things that he didn't do good in the past. So that's kind of that's what's not good about it. But
him and Tyler Cook both just had a bunch of up and downs. Good hustle, some good defense, but they're just not consistent.
right.
Saban Lee, man. What can we say about Saber? Got a brand new contract. And he was literally the offense for like a full quarter.
Yeah.
What
Another guy.
Yeah,
that,
go ahead.
He's another guy that's still kind of experimental or developmental, and he's working on it. Like he took I don't know 3 or 4 3-point shots at least. So that's part of his game. That if he can make that shot, he'll become a lot more deadly.
He's not. He's trying to not turn into. He's trying not to be Will Bynum. Like he really is trying to expand his game out a little bit more. Because that was what Will Bynum was just a drive, take it to the rim kind of guy. I mean, he really didn't have a jump shot to speak of. And I think it's Saban Lee's in his second season. He's already trying to add a jump shot. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that in Saban Lee, and he was playing good defensively too. I don't know if you guys were catching that. He's jumping a lot of passing lanes.
I mean, besides it took some adjustments. They had some guys that had elite type scoring plays on drives that you said Wiggins and Mann. Like they had a hard time containing them, but they did make adjustments and. Down the stretch, like OKC didn't score any baskets. Part of it was luck. They missed a couple shots that they could have made, but the defense was really locked down during the end of the game. They just didn't get enough baskets.
I think, that's true. That's a good point. But Saban Lee was actually kind of bad in that first quarter. If you guys remember, he came out kind of hesitant. It's almost like Kade started the game really good. Saban started the game bad, and then they kind of switched roles in the second half. Saban took over in the second half, and Kade kind of took the second spot there, and Killian Hayes was just passing the ball. But Saban, he definitely got better throughout the game, and I see more of a Ish Smith comparison.
That's a good point out, Sean. Just seeing that some guys heat up at the beginning of the game, and then some guys cool down a bit at the end of the game, and then heat up at the end of the game.
The timeouts and stuff and the substitutions can make such a big difference. You see how we started out this game. Kade was scoring. He made 2 3-pointers, and we were up over 12 points or whatever. And then the substitutions happened, and then after that, we hit a wall, and then we were never really able to recover completely. And Kade never got into it after that.
No.
First time he sat.
He was so out of groove. Like, he just did not look like he should be on the court with that team. And that's where he's got to step up as a leader. He's got to be the vocal one saying, oh, do this, do that. And I think he just didn't have that in the second half. I don't know if it was nerves, just being the number one pick, and he
also is the new guy, and he's 19 years old.
Plus, the number one pick is a lot. Plus, the comparisons of everybody. Right. I think he just had a lot on his shoulders. Where Jalen Green, he's second pick. He gets 23 points scoring with ease out there in the Rockets game. So I think a lot of people are kind of upset as fans about that, where the points where Jalen got 23 and Kade only got 12. Even Scotty Barnes got 18 points today.
Well, the pressure's on Kade, man. I mean,
it is.
And he fully accepts it. But I mean, with that, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a tough position to be in, number one. That's why you take the most talented player at that position. Mm-hmm. You don't take a project like Anthony Bennett or something.
They're all somewhat projects, no matter what. They're all very young and raw, and you're looking at their style or their, you don't know exactly what they're going to be. But
I think Jalen Green is going to average 20 points per game this year.
Good.
I think Jalen Green, I think he's going to be just a straight-up scorer for Houston.
I want to say, to his advantage in this summer league, he's by far the focal person of that team. He's the focal point. And in our summer league team, our focal point is probably Bane, honestly.
Yep.
Right. So, we had some pieces that are already, we had a summer league team that's already pretty good. They got a summer league team that's going to feature him. So he's going to, he took, what was it? It was only 18 shots, which isn't a whole lot, but it's he was a feature player. It gives you more opportunity, especially when his whole thing is about scoring. And Kade's whole thing is that he's an all-around player that makes everyone better.
Right.
Speaking of, you bring up that our summer league team is already good, but how much of a damper is this to get a loss against OKC to start out the summer league? Teams are expecting us to win a championship, man, or a summer league championship.
It could be that we're got chemistry issues and things go bad, or it could be a thing like the Team USA, where it just takes a little bit of time for them to get it together.
I believe every team makes the playoffs, don't they? Every team makes the playoffs in the summer league?
I think so. I think they all just play a couple games and then the actual tournament playoffs start or whatever.
Right.
But every team makes the summer league, or every team makes the summer league playoffs, right?
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. What do you think, Sam?
I believe. I guess I have to do some research.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be that bad. I don't think we'll be that bad, but I'm kind of saying man, that it's kind of disappointing losing this first game. I was expecting a win today.
Oh yeah.
Expecting a win, but how it went down and going with it, I'm okay with it. I think the next it's more about it's mostly about beyond the summer league, obviously, but even the length of the summer league, there's plenty of reason for to believe in something happening there. I think they're I think they got a good chance to be a top team of the summer league still.
I think it's definitely more about the learning experience and to get the young guys out there early before the season starts. But obviously, the main goal for every team in the summer league is to win the championship. But sometimes on paper it looks better, and on court it doesn't look the same. So in that situation, that's what we have here. On paper, we looked better than how we played today.
Our next game is against the Houston Rockets. What do you guys think about that
man, look
Tuesday?
at that. That's
Is it?
awesome. That's fantastic.
Jalen's putting up 25 on us.
Who's going to guard him?
Yeah, who do you think would be able to guard Jalen Green right now?
I think they're going to put Killian Hayes on him.
You know what? Screw it. Put Kade, man.
I feel like people obviously people want to, but
I think that will happen at some point, at least.
For some,
how do you miss that? I mean, but do you know how bad that would look if we didn't put we put Killian on him instead of Kade?
Well, you know how bad it looked that we lost and Kade only had 12 points and the Rockets won and Jalen had 23. So
we do got a Houston fan here. Do you see this? I don't know if you guys seen this.
Scotty Bus. No.
He said Houston basketball is back.
You know what? His picture looks like a fake person.
It's Tommy.
Wait.
Tommy's got another fake account in there.
That's probably.
Are you sure? Wait, are you sure that's not Scott? Are you sure it's not Scotty? Oh, it's Scotty Barnes in the picture.
Yeah, it's Scotty. It looks like Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes.
He ain't a bust. He ain't a bust though. He had 18 points, 10 rebounds.
Oh man, look at this guy, man. He's really going in on us right now.
If anybody is a bust from today, I think it would be Evan Mobley. He only had like 12. Actually, him and Kade kind of had the same stats. Evan Mobley and Kade. I think they both had 12 points and 6 rebounds, I swear. So,
Tommy makes a good point here.
Yeah. That was,
who was that? Who was that? Josh Giddey that they lost? Is that who was he talking about?
Yeah, the Australian, the 7th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Giddey. Yeah, that sucks, man. And that's kind of like.
I think he's all right. That's what they were saying. Like he didn't twist his ankle on anybody. He just did it on his own. So that generally means that it's just a little thing.
Yeah, plus with ankle sprains, they don't want you to play in the summer league to make it worse or whatever. Just like Isaiah Stewart sitting out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like that.
Which, speaking of Isaiah Stewart, if we had him at the center, maybe there would have been a different outcome tonight.
Yeah.
Man, he'd have been eating everybody's shit.
That would have been great. I didn't even think about that until just now. I really didn't even think about that. That's what we're missing, too.
Yeah, he would have helped a lot, blocking Wiggins and Mann and Maladone.
Protecting the paint.
Yep.
He needed it bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Luka Garza played a little bit more, we would have had a little bit more solidified center. I agree with you guys. Like I wasn't really seeing it when we first drafted him. I know a lot of you guys have been hyping him up, but I'm starting to see it a little bit. I mean, he's definitely got a nice sized body, man, and he's not like he looks good at his position. He looks great at his position. He looks like he can play center. So I don't know. I liked what I seen out of Luka Garza tonight.
Speaking of Luka Garza, or go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I think that he's almost to me he seems like he's not physically or anything, but in their impact, like Boban or something. Like he's really an offensive. Like he can make a lot of difference on offense, but there are some defensive things I saw that teams might try to expose on him.
Right. And I was going to say, I think I dropped it in the chats earlier during the game. I do see a lot of Brook Lopez and Luka Garza. He has the three-point shot already down where Brook Lopez didn't get that three-point shot till his 10th, 11th, 12th season or something.
But let me preface that, but he was lethal from 18 feet. Let me tell you, like he might have been not a 3-point shooter, but man, he'll shoot a long two on you. I mean, he used to.
But he couldn't shoot a three for his life, and now he's a 3-point shooter, man.
I hated playing against Brooklyn in those early years because Brook Lopez would just like destroy Greg Monroe and Andre Drummond. I mean, he just dragged him out of the deep waters and he just shoot over him, man.
Yeah, he was averaging 20-some points per game on Brooklyn when they're really bad. I'm saying Luka has a mix of young Brook Lopez and old Brook Lopez because he can step out and shoot the three. He can be a beast in the paint, which we saw. Like, he would rebound the ball, pump fake, get him over the shot. So I do see a little bit of Brook Lopez's career in Luka Garza.
I like the guy that I like the comparison. Go ahead.
Is I would compare him to Lambeer almost. Like he's like real physical, up in your face, and a lot of energy, and like he to me, I kind of got Bill Lambeer vibes out of him when he was out there.
I like why does everybody like to compare everybody to Bill Lambeer? You remember when Aaron Baines was being compared to Bill Lambeer?
I don't remember that.
I can't believe he fell and got injured.
That's crazy. It is so crazy, man. I should have put an update in the group about that, but I've been busy all day today. Haven't had a chance to.
Right.
There's no way in hell I would compare Aaron Baines to him. Like Aaron Baines he was like a really solid, like totally different game. But I'm just saying out of like his mannerisms and stuff, I thought that Garza was.
He kind of just he kind of just set his own bar. Aaron Baines is kind of just his own. He doesn't really have any comparisons at this point. He's just kind of his own player. I mean,
did you hear about Aaron Baines' injury, Sam?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
that's crazy. He slipped in a bathtub or something.
Yeah.
Cracked his
maybe
neck.
Maybe it was when he was getting out of the ice bath or something. That's what I think of when I hear bathtub.
I can see that happening with him because that guy is really built. Like he is like he's got a lot of weight to him. Like he's strong.
Yeah, because sometimes when you get out of that bath or get in the ice and the water, it'll overflow, or maybe it fell on the ground and he slipped or something like that. I could see happening, but those suck. Those injuries, like.
Okay, you know what? I see a little Luka Garza or a little Aaron Baines and Luka Garza. I think that's a fair comparison.
I don't at all.
Why not?
Because he's like Luka Garza is almost like a power forward type of center, and
that's kind of what
center.
You sure? That's kind of what Aaron Baines was. Aaron Baines was a power forward as well.
Yeah, actually, Aaron Baines was a power forward center coming into the league.
Because of his height, but his game was really about being physical with it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how I see it. I mean,
Hey, question. When Bill Lambeer is like first year in the NBA, was he a 3-point shooter his first year in the NBA?
I don't think so. I won't say that with like 100% positivity because I don't think anybody's seen that much of Bill Lambeer in his first year in the NBA because he was playing for a terrible Cleveland team. But judging by the era of where the NBA was at, not too many bigs were shooting from the three, and not too many players were shooting from the three in the early 80s.
And that's where I think Luka Garza has an advantage already. All three of those guys we compared him to, Baines, Lambeer, and Lopez, they didn't develop their three until later, where Garza already has that 3-point shot, and he's underrated.
Yeah, I think he's got a great potential, which was a good pick. And I think he's really intense. That's like one thing that Trader Drac said about Bill Lambeer when they played him in Cleveland. Like they were up by like 20 and there was only 2 minutes left and he's still hustling real hard to get the ball. And I see that type of attitude anyway out of
It-
Luka Garza.
When people say, let me just preface this about Bill Laimbeer. When people say Bill Laimbeer was the first stretch five or whatever, I mean, it's not too much of an exaggeration to say that, but like when people think of like a stretch five or a player that shoots threes, they're thinking of a player that may like average about like 5 or 6 threes a game, maybe, right? Like Bill Laimbeer, we're talking about the 80s. The 80s were like the taking a 3-point shot is kind of a risky shot.
He took like
era.
one. He took one
like,
a game.
Yeah, he took like maybe 1 or 2 a game, and that was like later in his career.
And
so
Brooke Lopez is out there taking 6 a game.
Yeah. I mean, like the game is so much different nowadays.
Right.
But here, I got his career pulled up. His first year. He averaged 0 3-pointers in his first year.
Yeah, he didn't. Same with Brooke Lopez. Same with Aaron Baines.
He averaged 0.
So did Brooke.
He didn't have nothing.
Look up Brooke Lopez. He didn't make a 3 for a couple seasons.
But man, I'm telling you, man, he was still lethal, man. I just remember. Like, I agree with you. He wasn't that big of a 3-point shooter, but he was dragging guys out from 18 feet out. Like, I just remember, like, Andre Drummond and Greg Monroe and Jonas Jerebko. Just guys were just having a hard time guarding him because Brooke Lopez would drag you out. And you're right. I'm looking at it right now. He didn't average any 3-point shots at all.
He's been a piston killer his whole career.
Yep.
You're right. No, Sean's right. He didn't average any 3-point shots at all in his first. Let's see. That looks like
what, like 10 season?
Yeah, almost. It's like he didn't average any 3-point shots for his first 5 seasons,
right?
And he didn't actually average a over 1 3-point shot until. That's like his 8th season in the NBA.
I can go to show that it's really about the system. I mean, the system can do so much for your success if you're the right player for the system or not. Like when we had Aaron Baines, he never took a 3. And then he went to the Celtics, I think it was, right? He took a lot of 3s.
Yep. So could we say this, that Luka Garza may have a floor low standard of Aaron Baines and maybe a ceiling of Brooke Lopez and Bill Laimbeer? He could get up there,
you can
maybe.
Say that.
Yeah.
You can say that. Go ahead. I'm not. I just don't. I don't see Aaron Baines with him because he'll never be that big.
I think he's already better than Aaron Baines offensively.
Who, Luka Garza?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so too.
I mean, Aaron Baines, he's the most he's ever averaged was 10 points per game in the NBA?
I mean, 10 points per game is a way different than 12 points in the summer league. I mean,
right. It is, but
the level of play in the NBA is a lot higher.
I would say that like they're the reason they're on the floor to begin with. If you're talking about Luka Garza, the reason he's on the floor is because he can score.
Yeah.
And like that's his main reason why he's on the floor. Aaron Baines, the reason he's on the floor is because he's a strong guy that's gonna, give you defense and offensive strength.
Look up what Aaron Baines averaged when he was on the Pistons. It had to be bad, dude.
Yeah, he was only 5 points. He only averaged 5 points. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad that if we got an Aaron Baines kind of player out of Luka Garza.
I hope for more, though.
I hope for more. But my expectations for Luka is not all that high. I'm not one of these people that is hyping him up. There's a lot of people hyping him up.
That would be a floor of Aaron Baines and a ceiling of Brooke Lopez, Bill Laimbeer.
Bill Laimbeer I think Brooke Lopez is better than Bill Laimbeer. Be honest with you.
Which Brooke Lopez? The Nets Brooke Lopez?
Any Brooke Lopez. Honestly, Brooke Lopez was a pretty good player.
So career-wise. But Bill does have 2 championships. Brooke only has 1.
Yeah, I think Bill was a great leader. I like Bill
Yeah.
as a leader. I mean, he's also talented, but I mean, Bill was a great leader. I think that's one thing you can't take away from Bill Laimbeer. He was a leader of those Pistons teams. I mean, along with Isaiah Thomas. But as far as like talent wise, Brooke Lopez is super talented, man.
Yep, he is. He's underrated.
He's very underrated, man. Like those Brooklyn teams with Brooke Lopez. I mean, he was very good, man. He was very good on those Brooklyn teams.
I remember during the NBA Finals, they were saying how Drew Holiday gives Brooke Lopez so much praise and just so unbelievably surprised how much skill Brooke Lopez has, and he never gets enough credit because he's always, since he's been on Milwaukee, he's always been behind so many guys. Where when he was on Brooklyn, he was the number 1 option.
Well, when he was on the Lakers, they hated him. But
yeah,
he played games. He got 0 rebounds. They said this is a trash center. They were happy to get rid of him.
And now he can do a little bit of everything on Milwaukee.
Yeah, he blocks shots, he shoots the threes automatically.
He was unbelievable in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
He was consistent every game.
Yeah.
So here's something. I think Tommy's onto something. He says a 3-pointer wasn't allowed until Laimbeer's rookie season. And I think he is partially right about that. Because his rookie season... Really? Actually, technically, well...
What year was it? Was it late 70s or early 80s?
It was the first year of the 80s. It was the 1979-80 season. They allowed the 3-point shot, but... Bill Laimbeer's first season in the NBA was the following season, but his pro season did start in the 1979-80 season, but he played out in Italy.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
But he's right that the 3-point shot wasn't really allowed until the 80s. And I'll go back to what I was saying about the 80s and the 3-point shot. It was a very risky shot to take. Not too many players were taking shots, and even one thing that I always notice too is they have Isaiah Thomas as a big 3-point shooter in a lot of these video games, like these newer version of video games. But he wasn't really a 3-point shooter.
He was a mid-range.
He was a very much a mid-range shooter, and he was a guy that would take it off the dribble and take it to the hole.
And put you down on the ground.
But I think it's very generous for video games nowadays to give Isaiah Thomas a very, very generous 3-point shot.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think on 2K they have him
doing it pretty good.
What was that?
Who's in game in 2K? Who do they have as a better 3-point shooter? Isaiah Thomas or Joe Dumars?
I think
That's a good
Joe.
Question.
It's got to be. It should be Joe.
Right. It should be. I would think.
Yeah, it should be Joe Dumars, but if it's Isaiah Thomas, that's just bias because he should be like a 70 in 2K. Joe Dumars should be like a 78, 79, maybe 80. They weren't really that good 3-point shooters. They were just kind of average.
Here's an interesting stat. They say Chris Ford of the Boston Celtics is credited with making the first NBA's 3-point shot. For some of the younger guys, Chris Ford used to be a Detroit Piston. I think he was actually drafted by the Pistons.
Oh, really?
He was Chris Ford at one time, I believe, was the Pistons steal leader. When the NBA introduced the steal category, he became the Pistons steal leader, and then, 6 years later, when Isaiah Thomas was drafted, Chris Ford had already moved on to the Boston Celtics. Isaiah Thomas blew that out the water. Isaiah Thomas is still the Pistons steal leader to this day, but
That's
Chris Ford is the Pistons' first steal leader in franchise history.
Cool.
And I think it was ML Carr that it was the second. And then it became Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
You know,
something like that.
Even back, they would shoot shots sometimes that were 3-point range. Not that often, but even before there was a 3-pointer, like the 3-point really changed the game. Today, it's like a, I don't know what you'd rather have, a layup or a twin three.
Okay, here you go. When the Pistons were down 4 at the end of this game, I kind of said it on the live stream. That
Killian.
Killian should have made his free throws, but on the Pistons' last possession there, the Pistons should have tried to get a 2-point shot because they were going to have to foul anyways to get the ball back with only a minute left in the game, and they were settling for threes, and not good threes. They were settling for bad threes. I think Kade chucked up a 3, and then you had Siku chuck up a 3. He's not really a 3-point shooter. So I would have much rather seen them take a layup and then foul and then try to get the ball back, or try to get a steal and get the ball back. Because they would have to done the same thing anyways. Even if they took a 3, they'd still be down a possession.
What I don't get is how easily it was for Kade to hit those 2 threes in the first, and he
was on fire. He was on fire.
He just did. He didn't want. He was like, "Don't pass me the ball on the 4th." Like,
yeah, it was very weird, man. I'm gonna try to take. I'm gonna chalk it up as rookie jitters.
Dude, there's gonna be a lot of just There's so many overreactions already on the group and Messenger and between the news and update, the official group. Like, everybody's freaking out right now, dude. Like, calm down. It was one game.
I want to be careful what I say. I'm going to be careful what I say. I don't want the Houston Rockets fan to come back and be like, hey, you're making excuses.
Yep. I mean, at least he got the 12 points.
Be a good player. I think he showed that he's going to have an effective play in the NBA. Like, he can do many different things. He did some great defensive things at times. He did some great, passing. He showed that he can make the 3, and it's just about getting the right situation. So
yeah, he just needs to follow Sadiq Bey in the shooting aspect, not Killian Hayes.
Well, I'm looking at Kade's scouting report. They're saying that he was not that strong of a shooter. That's not really his strong point in his game. And
it showed today.
But I mean, he was hot, man. Like, to start the game out, I mean, I think he was. What was he, 2 for 2 from 3?
That's what I'm saying. It was nothing but net. Dribbled into it, and then 4th quarter, like, don't pass me the ball. I can't shoot. Like, what the heck?
I can from playing basketball myself, I could kind of feel like I could put myself in his shoes, and the fact that
it was out of a rhythm.
Yeah, you get out of your rhythm when you get off page. Even if it happens for too long, then it's hard to come back.
But then people are criticizing because he's the number 1 pick. He averaged 20 points at Oklahoma, so just a lot of people are freaking out right now on the Facebook groups.
When you're trying to play the game and they're kind of like not giving it to you in ways that you
they weren't playing. Yeah, they weren't playing through Cade Cunningham. They were just kind of playing. Everybody was they needed first, second, third option. They were like playing with everybody. Sadiq Bey obviously was, like you were saying, was kind of more the first option, but the chemistry wasn't there. I mean, we can just go on and on about that,
Right, but I'm just once you and then when you're out of the rhythm, and then they give it to you at the end. It's like, okay, you're the number 1 pick. Make the shot.
Yep, exactly.
You're not in rhythm. Like when I play basketball, the first things I do, I get right up next to the hoop, and make it go in a couple times, and then I take a step back. You get you got to build yourself up to be able to be making them. And once you go through periods where you're not scoring, it's especially when you're just 19-year-old kid. It's hard to just put it on, and I'm going to put this ball in the hoop, and the game's on the line, even if you're the first pick. even if you're built for it.
Or maybe at the NBA level, Kade is just a hot start player and he's not a closer. Maybe that too.
They gave him a lot of comparisons before the draft of like a Grant Hill, and Grant Hill was a guy that a lot of Pistons fans like. They're super talented. Like I don't think Kade's quite as talented as Grant Hill at all, but like his mentality was like he's a nice guy and like I can kind of see that type of thing with Kade possibly, but I think that he's going to be a good NBA player. I think he's going to be good. He showed a lot.
Yeah, those first two threes, I did see a lot of Luka Doncic and kind of even LeBron in the stepping into the three. But other than that, you can throw Luka Doncic and LeBron out of there because he looks nothing like them. Just maybe the 3-point shot. That's it.
I think he looks kind of physically weak. And I thought the same thing of Green, though, too. Like, they don't look like they're that strong.
Which you could compare him to Luka Doncic in that aspect. Luka had no strength, really, his rookie year, and I do see a comparison with that with Kade and Luka Doncic. The strength is just not there.
Is this, what's that show?
You guys are going to be scored in your debate.
Yeah. What's that show? What's the damn name of it?
Wild and Out?
No, it's the sports show. Where they give them points.
Oh, around the horn?
Around
the horn on ESPN.
Yeah. You guys are going to be scored.
That's great.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
What's the first topic?
I don't like to just argue to argue, though. I just like it.
No, we're not arguing. We're just debating.
It's a friendly debate. What was I going to say?
I know, but on that show, guys take opinions that they don't even really believe in.
Well, that's why those guys aren't here, and it's just us three.
All right, so Jalen Green versus Cade Cunningham Tuesday night. Thoughts?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Sean or Sam, go first. Yeah, Sam, go first.
All right, go ahead, Sam. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty nice showing for us. I think I don't know what you base it off of, but I think that the Pistons win, and I'm not sure about points. I think that possible Green will have more points, but I think that Kate's going to have better all-around type stats. It's going to be pretty indisputable that Kate's going to have a better performance.
But okay, let me flesh this out a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's going to be Cade Cunningham on Jalen Green?
Yeah. Not at first. Just because we're trying to avoid whatever. I think that it will come to that. Maybe by about the middle of the second quarter or the third quarter. And I don't know what will happen in the fourth. That'll be depending on who's guarding better.
All right. I'll give you a point, Sam.
All right.
Sean,
Nice.
What do you think? Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, the matchup there. Jalen's obviously he's going to outscore Cade. Jalen's going to get between 20 and 25 points per game again. And Cade, he'll probably get between 12 and 15.
Give him points for that.
Cade will get between 12 and 15, I'd say. Like Sam said, I think Cade will have more rebounds. But, I mean, this game today, he didn't really have a lot of assists. So I don't know in the assist passing range who will do better. Maybe Jalen will be a better playmaker. But for points, it will definitely be Jalen. For matchup, I think they're going to put Killian on Jalen to start the game. But as well, like Sam said, eventually throughout the game, there's going to be some matches where it's going to be Jalen versus Cade, and the crowd's going to go crazy. It's going to be a big, kind of like a LeBron Carmelo or LeBron D Wade, Carmelo D Wade, like those kind of matchups. Because this draft was really big. It's the first draft really that they're saying the top 4 or 5 are generational since that '04 draft with LeBron, Melo, D Wade, Bosh. And then we don't want to say the other guy, because we don't want to talk about him. But Jalen's going to outscore Cade. And Cade's going to have more rebounds, but I don't know about assists.
So you don't want to talk about the other guy. You're talking about, what's his face? Huh?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about him.
Nice jersey.
It's a great jersey, Sam. Yeah. All right, Sam. What do you think is okay? So, what do you think the outcome's going to be of that? Like, coming out this game, Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham. Do you think Cade Cunningham's going to be able to turn the tide of some of this negative feedback he's getting today?
What I'm going to say is I don't think he's going to really care about that much. I don't think that really bothers him that much. I think that he's really just concerned about wins. And I think that the Pistons Summer League squad will find a way to get the win, and that'll be good enough for him and me.
Sean, what do you think? What do you think? He's going to be able to turn around some of this negative press he's getting?
I disagree, and I agree with some things you said there, Sam. I disagree on how he won't care. I think he will care because he's the number 1 pick, so he's going to want to prove to everyone that he's the number 1 pick, and he's going to outplay Jalen Green. But when it comes to winning as a team, yes, he cares more about that because he wants to be the leader of the team, and he wants to win as a team, not just him. So with that case, Pistons are going to beat the Rockets because, like you said, Cade is going to be more of a team player where Jalen's more of an individual player.
Did the Rockets win today? Did they actually get a win?
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
They were losing.
They were losing. And who did they play?
The Cavaliers. And they
Cavaliers.
got a good team, too.
Yeah, Cavaliers.
They got the guy they drafted last year. What's his name?
Talking about Sexton, or are we talking about someone different?
No.
Not Darius Garland.
No, the other guy.
Was it Chetty? Not Chetty Osman.
No.
I can't even think who they drafted last year. But because the focal point's just been about Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley had, I think, 12.6 rebounds, and that's exactly what Cade had. So that was kind of ironic that those two had the same exact stats.
Yeah.
This is crypto booty. just so everyone knows, Trae Young's first 2 threes in Summer League were airballed. Cade's were makes. Trae shot 4 from 20 from the field. Jared Bayless averaged 30 a game in the Summer League. Yep.
I remember that they were saying Trae was going to be a bust.
You mean, and you know who also averaged 30 in one Summer League? I don't know if it was rookie Summer League, but Austin Day, man. God, he was tearing it up in the Summer League, man.
He had a game winner too, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember in that Summer League jersey, he was just when they were playing in Orlando. Yep, those Orlando gyms. Remember?
I liked that Orlando tournament. That was fun to me because it was just like a pickup basketball. Like it felt like.
It was Yep, it was like pickup. Yep, those Orlando courts.
It felt like playing in the YMCA. Like it felt like there was a pool next door. Like the echo of that building. It was just kind of weird.
It looked like a rec center.
Yeah, a rec center basketball court.
You could hear all the words everybody's saying, and it was pretty cool. Like it was like it was different.
Right.
All right, let's play off this one a bit. So potential. So let's say, okay, let's put it this way. This comment is kind of referencing Trae Young as, Trae Young as being Cade Cunningham, and or no, let me read this right. This is kind of actually referencing Jared Bayless being more so Jalen Green.
Right.
Who's going first? Sean's up first this time.
Yeah. Let Sean go first. Go ahead. Let's hear your take on this.
So the comparison of, Trae Young and Jalen Green maybe here with the 3-point shooting. I could see how, Jalen Green, he's. I mean, if we're talking about Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, with Trae Young's first 2 threes in the summer league were airball. I'm not really sure what Crypto Booty's trying to make a point here, because Cade made his first 2 threes and Jalen balled out. So I don't really get what he's trying to say about. I get the Trae Young 4 for 20. That's 2-pointers, though. I don't get why he brought up the 3-point shooting. Now, when it comes to the 2-pointers, I do see a comparison with Trae and Cade. They kind of struggled from the 2. They were forcing shots up. They weren't in their rhythm. They weren't getting the ball when they needed to, and that's maybe where the misses came from. And it's going to take time for Cade to develop his 2-point shot, just like Trae Young did. So, yeah, I do see that comparison. But when it comes to the 3-point shooting, I'm not really sure why Crypto Booty brought that up.
All right.
What do you think, Sam?
I think that people get really caught up in the stats and the comparison of stats. Really, what the summer league's about is showcasing your strength. And like with Trae Young, his strength was scoring. So he was out there to shoot a lot, even if they weren't going in, even if he didn't have his rhythm. What he was going to be doing in the NBA is taking a lot of shots, and that's what he was doing. And
yeah, but wasn't his strength 3-point shooting, and he airballed his first 2 threes?
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you're looking for you're trying to do what you're gonna do in the NBA, and just like like with Cade, like he's supposed to be this all around team player. So that's kind of what he did. Like he went in there and he was trying to run the offense. He was trying to communicate and do things defensively, and that's what he was doing. He wasn't nobody. I mean, according to his scouting reports and everything, he wasn't supposed to go in there and put up 30 and and just score all over the court. Like he's doing what he's supposed to do at the NBA level. It's just that it didn't get it's not as much. That's like scoring itself in a summer league can win games. Like if you're an elite scorer and you're in the summer league, you can just win based off of that. So what Cade's strengths are is kind of different from a lot of these other players. Like he's supposed to be an all-around player. And, I think that's what he tried to accomplish. It's not something that you assert yourself into. It's something that you allow yourself to get into. And I think that we'll just have to see how it goes forward. So I think that I do have to say that as far as the negative side, he did, and I reference about his like not being in the right rhythm, but like when he did try to take ISO plays, he got meek once they put defense on him and he passed it out. He didn't really take it to anybody, drive by him. He didn't really just get ISO plays. He didn't do any of that very, very well. He really passed it out. So I will say that.
Crypto Booty says, don't base one summer league game to determine futures. Henry Ellison played a good summer league too. Yeah. I should give Crypto Booty a point on that one.
Yep, definitely. He deserves a point on that one.
I wonder who that is. It's a YouTube viewer, huh?
Yeah, it's a YouTube
He's a
viewer.
Pistons fan. Clearly,
Yeah, he's a Pistons fan. So, thoughts on this, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. It's just like Austin Day. It's just like Aaron Afalo. You can even throw Rodney Stuckey in there too, but obviously he had a little bit better career. But all those guys were great in the summer league. There's so many guys that in the summer league that are trying to get out there to get on a ball team, and a lot of them don't even have contracts in the NBA. So they're trying to do their best to just play the best basketball they can to make a two-way contract or a veterans minimum, and that's why some of the veterans are on the team still. And Tyler Cook, that's why he's on our summer league, because not only is he trying out for the Detroit Pistons, he's trying out for every NBA team in the league. So Tyler Cook may be on another team when the season starts. People are saying, "Oh, why is Tyler Cook on the summer league team?" Well, he's trying to get on an NBA team. It may not be Detroit, but it may be like Orlando. It may be Atlanta, it may be Denver, it may be Houston, Toronto, who knows? But in this point, anybody can play good in the summer league, but it just depends how they play in the NBA and how they transition their summer league into the NBA, where Saddiq Bey already had an NBA season under his hand. He didn't even play in the summer league last year. So that may be a reason why he stands out so much in the summer league this year, because he skipped the summer league his rookie season and he went right to the NBA. So some guys don't even play in the summer league and they go to the NBA, and then when they go back to the summer league for the first time, they just don't look right out there because they're used to starting for an NBA team. So the fact that Henry Ellenson played good in the summer league and even the G League.
He had played a good G League too. Yeah.
Yep, he was an all-star in the G League. He was just terrible on the team. I mean, he could never get in his rhythm. He always looked out of place. He never had a consistent shot. But when you put him with guys that are kind of minor league, average professionals, he's a star. But when you put him with NBA stars and other starters and role players, he's going to get cut from the team. So, yeah, players like that stay in the summer league or stay in the G League.
Thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I think those are some pretty good points. But I'd say, like, when it comes to the NBA, like things that G Leaguers and some summer leaguers can do, can score on the scoring. It's just like there's a level to it in the NBA of it's like a speed, and then there's the super speed, and you have to be able to defend. You have to be able to not be exposed at the one or two things that these elite athletes can do. Because if you can, then if you can't not get exposed by it, then you can't be on the court. And so I think that those are the reasons that you draft somebody like Cade Cunningham, because he's an overall player, and that he's supposed to, when it comes to the NBA, he shouldn't have any weaknesses, which will give him more options at that point. But when you go into summer league, you got a quick little guard and stuff, and then your teammates. And when it comes to the summer league, like you said, everybody's competing against each other also. So it's almost kind of like a hostile environment. It can be, and it's you can tell that they're fighting for pecking order. Like these guys, some of these guys are. I mean, their whole life is on the line. Like a lot of these players, they're like life is on the line in these games. Like this is what's going to make them get into the NBA and get that $1 million or more. So there's a lot of things going on in the summer league.
Let's see.
Nice.
He said everyone's hating on Cade when it's just one game. I mean, uh,
I don't think criticism is a bad thing as long as it's not like turning on him. You know,
I think some fans are trolling him. But let's put it this way: like, how do you guys feel about? Because I do have some concerns that he came out hot and then he cooled off there in the second half. It kind of just cooled off there in the second quarter because that's when Oklahoma City took the lead and like we never really got it back after that.
well, he was on the bench when they really started making their run at first.
Okay, go ahead, Sean, go ahead, or go ahead, Sam, run with that.
Yeah, we got out to this great lead, and we had all these players that just were NBA players. You know, we had Sadiq Bey out there. We had Sekou, who's played a lot of games. We had Tyler Cook, who played a lot of games. We had Kade Cunningham, who hasn't played a lot of games, but he's a number 1 overall pick. And who was our fifth? We started up. It was Killian, who was, played a lot of games also. So, and we took we were just dominating. Like, I know you guys felt it too. Like, it was like, wow, this is impressive, and like, these guys are good. But then when they went to the second unit, it was, and actually the second unit, when Garza got in there, it went just like the small substitutions. Really, when Garza got in there, we pushed our lead further than ever. And then we went to the next unit. And those guys were able to expose our second unit, and I'm talking about Man and the other guy, and we never really were able to recover. And then when we put them guys in, it was already the momentum changed, and they never got it back really.
Yeah, that's true.
What's your thoughts, Sean?
Yeah, those are very good. Couple good points there. I don't think it's that everybody's hating on Cade. I think they just expect more out of him because he's a number 1 pick. They expect 25 and 5 and big dunks and super speed and big jumping spots to get to the ball and amazing passes right away and amazing chemistry, and just they act like he should do some type of magic in Detroit within one game, make the team a championship team. Like, that's not how it works. It's a progression. It's a rebuild. It's a retool. They have to work together. Not only just Cade, but Cade needs his teammates to believe in him and pass him the ball when he asks for the ball, instead of forcing into the paint and drawing a charge, which Sadiq Bey did once, and then Sadiq Bey also kind of forced it in the corner, and he wasn't looking for Cade, where Sadiq is always looking for the shot. I think he has to open up his game a little bit more to pass it to Cade, and same with Cade passing it to Sadiq. They're both 2 ball-dominant players, so they got to work better together, and it's really not about everyone hating on Cade. It's really the fact they just expect more out of Cade. And Cade did have 6 very good points in the first quarter, 2 threes, nothing but net, stepped into him with ease. So he's a hot start player. We know that in the NBA, or at least the summer league. But like you said, Mike, he cooled off immediately when he came back in the second quarter, and he never really caught fire again. He only had 6 points the rest of the second, third, and fourth combined, with a total of 12 points. So that's a bit of a concern. I would have liked to see maybe 4 to 6 points in each quarter, not just 6 points in the second, third, and fourth quarter combined. So I hope to see a little bit more scoring or more made baskets from Cade Cunningham on Tuesday versus Jalen Green and the Rockets.
Something that Sam said earlier about getting him subbed out at the wrong time ruined his rhythm. You want to riff on that, Sam?
Um, sure, I could continue on that, but that's pretty much the bulk of it. But I really thought that we also had a lot of momentum with Luka Garza. I think that's another guy that really brought the momentum to our side when he was in, and then when he went out for a really long time. Um, so that's another. Just talking about the substitutions, but I agree with what Sean was saying there, and where you're disappointed in with Cade is, and there was a couple of times where I noticed it where he's kind of trying to make an ISO move, but the defense is kind of sticking with him, and he just passes it out, and you know when you're talking about him, you do want to see him with the ability to get a bucket when you need it, because we need that on this team. And that you could try to say that could be Jeremy Grant too. That's when I looked at that summer league game, I did kind of think that a Jeremy Grant with that length and someone that can take the scoring punch, and he will be on the regular team when they play. I think that he could add to Cade's game quite a bit, because Cade doesn't necessarily have to be a high scoring guy. He just has to be highly effective. But he does need to be able to get baskets more than what he showed today. And I hope that, like you said, you hope to see more made baskets against.
I'd like to go off of that a little bit real quick. That they took Cade out when he was on fire, when he was hot. He made 2 threes in a row. You don't take a guy out right after he makes 2 buckets, gets going with his teammates. They took him out at a bad spot because he was in his rhythm, and that kind of took him out of his rhythm, and then sat him for 6 minutes in the second quarter. Don't sit him that long. And just to watch Littleson play? Like, Littleson doesn't even have an NBA contract. You're giving that guy 6 minutes in the second quarter and sitting the number 1 pick. They didn't sit Jalen Green for 6 minutes in the second quarter, so that could be a coaching issue as well. Maybe they can regroup as the coaching staff and kind of talk about maybe the rotation, maybe not leaving Cade out so long, maybe shorter substitutions, leaving them out, maybe only leaving them out for 4 minutes instead of 6.
To pump the brakes a little bit on that, I don't think Dwayne Casey was coaching this team, right? It was it's a summer league coach, right? I forgot who it is. So, I mean, not saying that Casey's got the best rotations ever, but I don't think you'll see that same kind of I don't think you'll see that same kind of thing with Dwayne Casey. If Cade's on a roll, they're just going to take him out in the middle of his shooting streak.
Yeah, sometimes when you get it, you gotta leave it in there, because you wait till it starts to slow down before you pull it out.
Now, okay, so let me put to you guys like this. Both of you kind of are saying, both of you are pretty much on the same page about Kade Cunningham not being a high prolific scorer. All right, but he's going to be starting at 2. I think he'll be probably starting at 2. But you also have Killian Hayes, who's also not a high scoring, prolific scorer either, and everybody kind of agrees that he's kind of a distributing point guard anyway. So. Well, I mean, you got 2 guys that are not really high prolific scorers at the guard position. So, I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Just kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do think that Cade's going to have to show that he can score better than what he did today. I do believe that to be true. But also with that, you get a lot of scoring out of some other players like Grant has kind of shown that he's a kind of a ball dominant type of scorer. So that might be able to complement with these two defensive playmaking guards. But all in all, you do expect some more offense out of Kade. Yeah, I think that is true.
What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just goes back to chemistry. Cade's trying to figure out the team a little bit more. I do think Tyler Cook kind of held up Kade a couple times. Cade's used to playing with a real center like Garza or even Balsa, who wasn't even playing today. He'll be joining the Summer League team later, and maybe he'll be a good addition with Kade Cunningham. Maybe Balsa will come in off the bench with Garza, or maybe one of them will start. Kade played some high school basketball with Balsa, so maybe getting a little bit more center, actual center skilled player instead of Tyler Cook, who's more of a power forward trying to be a stretch five. That wasn't really the right fit. And it also goes back. Go ahead.
I do think that Tyler Cook also kind of had a chip on his shoulder because, like, he's not only playing for a contract, but he was on the team last year and he had a nice role and he was a fan favorite kind of player also. So he kind of has like a chip on his shoulder, and he's like a street ball type player. So I think that there was chemistry issues between them.
Yeah, and also Kade. People are forgetting that Kade averaged 20 points at Oklahoma. So people have to realize he is a scorer too. He can score the ball. He just needs the opportunity and the right players around him to make the baskets that he usually makes, to do what he does. And it's going to take time with this team as they're retool and rebuilding and trying to pick at each other to figure out what they want. And maybe that might be an adjustment where maybe Kade is going to have to play point guard and Killian goes to the bench, and maybe Diallo or Josh Jackson starts at the shooting guard. So you never know with Dwayne Casey. He could have many starting lineups where Cade's maybe Kade even goes to the 3 and Bay plays 4 and maybe Grant plays the 5 in the second quarter or something. But those aren't going to be starting lineups because obviously they're going to want Kelly Olynyk or Isaiah Stewart starting at the 5. But Kade is I think he really needs a center to play with, not Tyler Cook or Sekou at the 5.
So this comment's from Joshua Stewart. Joshua Stewart's been commenting a lot.
Josh, what up?
Hey, Josh, and I think that's Ryan. Your comments are going to show up as Facebook user until you go to the description in the video and just accept the terms or whatever, and then your name and whatever will come up under your comment. But this is from Josh. He says, "Is this a live over reaction discussion where we call Kade a bust?" What do you think, Sam?
Is it a live overreaction discussion? No, I don't think that we've. We're just addressing what other people are talking about. I feel quite confident with Kade play. We were all looking for a win, but no, I don't think that it's that.
What do you think, Sean?
I think it's more of a reaction to other people calling him a bust in the group chats and the other groups posting about it. I haven't been able to get to look at the groups yet, but I'm sure there's a lot of overreactions, a lot of just over-dramatic statements about Kade and Jalen Green, even Scotty Barnes. But I think people are going to also compare the stats of Kade and Evan Mobley, which I talked about earlier. So I think it's just a lot of, they want to see it now. They don't want to wait. Like, it's just patience, where these Pistons fans have been waiting a long time. They want to see success and greatness now, where, we don't know if we can wait for him to get to this level, and Jalen Green's scoring 20-some points. So it's a lot of just unnecessary comments they're making. to compare Kade and Jalen, and if we would have drafted Jalen, maybe we would have won today, and he would have had 20 points. So, it's just kind of one of those scenarios where they're not calling him a bust, but they're maybe saying Jalen's the better player right now offensively, or Kade just needs to work with the guys more to kind of figure him out.
Josh says it's J.D. Du Bois who's coaching the summer league, and I think he is right. I think that is exactly who that is, who's coaching the summer league team.
Yeah, it is J.D. Du Bois.
What's that, Sam?
I didn't know this coach before.
Yeah, I believe he is coaching the summer league. I couldn't remember his name.
Before
I was
we
looking
had
at the roster earlier
Sweeney.
today.
Last year we had the redheaded guy, Sweeney.
I wonder who they get to coach these summer league teams. Like, are these guys like assistants of the head coach?
Assistants.
Yeah, they're
of Dwayne Casey.
They're either the second, third, or fourth assistant coach on your team. So I think he is on the Pistons coaching staff.
Okay.
I haven't paid close enough attention to all of the personnel, but I know that in years past, the past year or two, we had Sweeney was his name.
Ryan said no big balsa. That's why we lost.
Yeah, we were saying that Stewart. If we had Stewart, that could have made a huge difference.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart was more of the, wishful matter of position we wanted to have out there. We saw what he could do over the season. He started a couple of games where we really have no idea what Balsa is going to do for us, but he has a little bit of chemistry with Kade, and that's good. But we don't really know what Balsa is going to bring. Is he going to be a Boban, or is he going to be another Plumlee, or what? We don't know.
He seems like he's, from what I was seeing from his packages, like on YouTube and whatnot, it seems like he's just an aggressive player down low.
Mm-hmm.
Balsa.
Or even like Zubac on the Clippers.
Okay.
Maybe he has a little similar game to that guy.
What you think, Sam?
It's kind of unrelated to this, but what you were talking about earlier, that was my original thought before this summer league happened, was that Kade and Killian will be spelling each other. Like they'll be point guard, the first string point guard, the second string point guard, and then Lee will be the third string point guard. That's kind of how I thought about it until they brought it out today. Then it like they even have the same type of haircut. They look kind of like they belong, but
they kind of look like twins.
Yeah, they kind of did. Killian looks like a bigger Bruno Mars.
Well, actually, or Killian.
That's my nickname for Killian is Big Bruno.
Big Bruno. God.
I mean,
that's a 2-point shot by Sam.
and then Cade Cunningham's the stepbrother.
Yeah,
stepbrother.
Right, there you go.
He got the better genes.
Stepbrother.
How are we gonna get? I just don't see how you're gonna get one of them to come off the bench without like killing their value. I'd almost have to say you have to keep both of them as starters unless one of them is like really underperformed to the point where like you have to put him on the bench.
I think that I think that will happen eventually, and I think it might as well happen now if it's going to happen eventually. But I think it's just probably something that's going to take time. I think that probably will happen. Point guards, I think they'll both be point guards. That's my prediction.
That's your okay. I'm gonna give you that one, Sam. If they end up both being point guards and they're battling for a point guard, the primary point guard position, one of them will be on the move. I guarantee you that if that ends up being the scenario where one of them where they can't be point guard shooting guard, and they both have to be point guard, I don't think they both stay on the roster. I think one of them's on the move.
If you look at our roster, none of our shooting guards are elite shooters.
Nope.
Not a single one of them.
Nope.
And the only player that's getting to the elite shooter ability is Saddiq Bey.
Yep.
And I think Kade can be a good scorer, but I don't think he's going to be an elite shooter. He can be an elite scorer, but not an elite shooter. He'll do a little bit of everything, like we've been saying, all around. But I really think Kade and Killian they're both just 2 point guards. And if you look back into the league, just a lot of teams have struggled with playing 2 point guards together. Even the Cavaliers, with Sexton and Garland, they're both trying to play with each other. They may have good individual stats, but as a team, they're not getting the wins necessary. So sometimes you'll bump heads because one will want to take the ball up or the other one will want to run the offense. And then you got Saddiq Bey and Jeremy Grant who are ball dominant. So who knows if this lineup will even work, and who knows how many starting lineups Dwayne Casey has in plan. We could see Saban Lee at the point guard spot, Kade at the 2. We could see Kade at the point guard spot, Josh Jackson, Hamidou Diallo, even Frank Jackson at the shooting guard if he gets re-signed.
He's a shooter. He's one that can shoot.
Yeah, Frank Jackson. He'd be a good shooting guard but he could also be a good 6-man, which we saw over the season. He was a very good 6-man at times. So I'm eager to see if we do re-sign Diallo and Frank Jackson, because I think that will put a big impact to kind of decide these lineups. Who knows who's even going to start at point guard? It could be Cunningham. And Hayes could be a 6-man. Or maybe Hayes will play shooting guard.
I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, it's more about how people talk about you and stuff, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being a backup point guard, as long as you're the backup point guard. Like, you'll get just as many minutes as the starter. Like, you can have great numbers and great impact. And I don't think these guys have a problem with pride, but I do know that people talk about it, whether you have problems with it or not. So.
I know it's definitely I know it can definitely be an ego thing. It can definitely be an ego thing, but I'm not quite sure. Even having Killian for this long, we're not quite sure where his personality is at. Like, is he really an ego-driven player? I'm assuming he's not, but right. I gotta imagine it'd sting. Let's say if Cade Cunningham... let me just throw out a scenario for you guys. Let's say that Cade Cunningham and both Killian Hayes, it is determined that they're both got to play point guard. It's like there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. We struggle with both of them playing the guard position starting. One of them's got to be a point guard. But Cade Cunningham ends up being the better point guard. It's got to sting to be a second-year player to lose your starting point guard spot to a rookie, right? I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know. I think that, considering also that he's a first overall pick, that and you're just trying to. He was like, what was Killian? What was his pick? It was
7th pick.
Seventh. He was 7th. Yeah.
Oh.
I think. They're trying
he's been the 7th pick, but he's also been the starter. Like when he came back from his injury, I don't think he was starting right away, but he fought back and got his starting spot back. And then to lose it in his sophomore season to a rookie, I don't know, man. To me that doesn't sit well.
This isn't just no ordinary rookie. This is the number 1 pick, one of the best players in the draft, and possibly a generational franchise-changing point guard.
And damn it, you better put up those Wilt numbers. I don't see those Wilt numbers being put up.
So if that's the case, then maybe Killian is holding Cade Cunningham back because he's used to doing what Killian Hayes is doing, going coast to coast, running plays, bringing the ball up, and he's going to the wing, sitting in the corner. He didn't do that at Oklahoma State. he brought the ball up and he ran the offense. Killian Hayes is running the offense right now. So to that point, Sadiq Bey and Cade Cunningham are struggling with Killian Hayes at point guard because they're more impactful on winning. Where Killian Hayes, if he comes off the bench, he can give you a couple shots, a couple good passes, play some good defense. But in this matter, you might want to start Cade at point guard and maybe put one of the Jacksons or Diallo at shooting guard.
I will say that I like your guys' takes on the rotation of guards. Regardless if we have a point guard, like a point guard rivalry on our hands or not, what I do like is that we got a bunch of different shooting guards that we can flip in and out of that 2-guard position at the moment.
Yep.
Well, depending if we can get them back, because right now they're kind of out in limbo, depending on what happens with their restricted free agency status. But,
right, they got to accept the qualifying offers, and really the only reason if they don't is just if they want to go to a different team, but they're not going to get as much minutes going to a different team.
I was going to say, they don't have to accept the qualifying offer. I'm not sure what they're... I'm not sure if they're getting any traction right now, because there are also possibilities they also could have got an offer from a different team, because I think what happened with Saban Lee's, that offer or that contract that he signed was an offer he got from a different team, and the Pistons had to match it.
I think so too, because the qualifying offer is just for one more season, and this contract is for 3 seasons. So somebody offered him a different contract. Exactly. We had to match it. Yep. We matched it.
Exactly. And what I was going to say is that the qualifying offers, if no team offers you anything, and it's just a 1-year contract.
Right. So once that free agency is up, if Diallo and Frank Jackson didn't get any other offers, all they got was our offer then.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they have been offered, both of them, Diallo and Frank, got offered contracts from
and maybe
different teams. And right now, what we're doing is we're like I think Weaver's at his desk, like really mowing over the numbers, seeing
do we want Frank or do we want Hammond?
Exactly. Or if we can get both of them, how do we swing it? Like, I think that's the reason why Magruder got waived. And like,
should we trade Josh Jackson and sign both Hamadou and Frank?
Yeah.
Should we just sign Frank and keep Josh, or what? Yeah.
Well, the problem is that I think Josh Jackson's on a fully guaranteed. So even if we do waive him, I don't think any of that money comes off the cap.
Oh, he is guaranteed. Yeah, he is. But he could be traded still, so we don't know.
I think what Weaver's trying to do is, because right now, currently, the only cap that we got left really is the cap to sign Kade Cunningham, who is going to be a $10 million player.
Yeah, that's unfortunate about that.
So I'm curious if Weaver is going through the CBA and really trying to find a loophole to where he can get sign Kade Cunningham over the cap and somehow squeeze both Frank Jackson and Diallo with whatever remaining cap we have left. I think Weaver right now is really trying to find some loopholes. And, one thing I'll give Weaver some credit for, which I wasn't really giving him credit for when he first got here a year ago, when I was like, man, he's overspending all this. He really knows how to manipulate a contract, man. I'll tell you that. Like he pulls some rabbits out of his ass. So I'll give him some credit for that, man. Like there's some things that he did with the way we were handcuffed this year in the salary cap, that I was just like, that's pretty impressive. I didn't think he was going to be able to get out of this situation, and he did. He got us out of the Blake Griffin situation. I was happy with. He got us out of the Derrick Rose situation. I was happy with. And then not only that, but he got us out of the. No, I don't think he was here for Drummond. Weaver?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Was he here for Drummond? I don't think he was. No, I think that was Stefanski.
Oh yeah, right when Drummond left, Weaver came after that.
Yeah. I think that's exactly how it went. But who did we trade Corey Joseph for? What was his name?
Oh,
Dylan Wright.
Delon Wright.
Dylan
Yep.
Wright. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get out of his contract, and we traded him for Corey Joseph and his contract's partially guaranteed, which it's a stroke of genius, honestly. So I got to give Weaver some credit for that.
Which that's what makes me think that Kelly Olynyk is going to be traded next year. He's just a piece to be traded for maybe another player and a pick.
I'm just curious why we traded for him, man, because he's not going to start.
Well, no, we didn't trade for him, but
we signed him. Yeah,
we traded Plumlee to make room to sign him. Yeah, I think they just wanted him over Plumlee because he can shoot the three and Plumlee couldn't.
He's going to be coming off the bench.
And they wanted Stewart to get the full-time starting position.
Right. But like, we'll take a look at this. It's going to be your starting lineup is going to be, well, Stewart when he gets healthy at center.
Yep.
Jeremy Grant at power forward.
Yep.
Saddiq Bey at small forward.
Yep.
Kade Cunningham at shooting guard.
Maybe.
Killian Hayes at point guard.
Maybe.
Right. That's got to be it to start the year. Start the year, right?
Maybe.
Olynyk got paid $13 million a year to come off the bench.
Well, I almost think that I almost think that. Well, I won't say enough about that.
Go ahead, Sam. Shoot, Sam. Shoot the shot.
What you got, Super Sam?
Shoot the J.
Think that it might be effective for Cade to come off the bench and be able to really lead on that. But
are you ready to six? Oh man, they're gonna come after you, Sam. Sam, the riots are gonna come after you, man.
No, I get what you're saying. Put him at it like a 6-man because he can do a little bit of everything, but people get mad because they think Cade's better than Killian. So that'd start a riot for sure.
Yeah.
Josh Stewart says, "I'm interested in how this squad is going to play next game. Want to see the adjustments made and see if Kade gets to his spots on offense."
Shout out to Joshua Stewart. He's a great fan, and
I love Josh, man. This guy's great, man.
Yeah, he's got some awesome content.
What do you guys think? You think Cade's going to bounce back? I mean, we talked about it a little bit with Jalen Green, but like, how did Jalen Green look defensive? Because this is more of saying like, what? Because Jalen Green's going to be guarding Kade Cunningham. Whether you guys think that it's going to be Killian Hayes guarding Jalen Green, I guarantee you Jalen Green will be guarding Kade Cunningham. Mm-hmm. So this is more of a question about where do you think Jalen Green's defense is at?
I don't think he's that great of a defender at all. I watched the game, and actually their team, they had a couple of players. They had this center who was pretty talented. It was pretty interesting to watch.
Sam's cutting out on us.
Super Sam's gone.
Super Sam is cut out.
Is he back?
Is he back?
Yeah, I think I'm back now.
Oh, you're back.
Your feet had a heart attack on us. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I definitely think Cade is going to do a little bit better next game. I don't think he's going to get up to the 20s, but I do think he'll get around maybe 15 points. Jalen Green, he's a decent defender. He's got quick feet, so he's a good perimeter defender. But once you get past him, he's not very good in the paint, where I think Cade's better at defending in the paint, even Killian. But maybe Jalen doesn't get 23 points and he only gets 19 or 20 points. So I don't think there'll be a big difference in maybe points, maybe just a couple for Jalen less and maybe a couple more for Kade. But, everybody just hopes we beat them and Kade plays better than Jalen. But, we wish that we would have got the win today, but things don't always happen. Like I said earlier, we may look good on paper, but they didn't. The chemistry wasn't there to put it all together today.
What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, as far as Kade versus Green.
Yeah, defensively for Green, we're kind of mixed. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that he's going to have a lot easier time scoring. I think I'm talking about Kade is going to have a lot easier time scoring on Green than he did against Oklahoma today.
Yeah, because Cade's going to drive. He's going to get the opportunity to drive to the basket a lot more. Like I said, Jalen's a perimeter defender. He'll get there when Cade's trying to get the shot, but I feel like Cade's going to get right past him, or he'll be able to cut to the basket a lot more because Thunder, Maladone, Wiggins, and Mann, they're not small dudes. They're pretty muscular guards. They got a lot of strength. They were pushing Kade around a little bit. Like we said, Kade needs to grow his strength up a little bit more. He's a little weak in that area. Where
but
Jalen,
I would say the same thing for Green though. He's also weak. That's why I think that he's going to score well on him.
So that's why Cade's going to probably overpower him in the paint.
It's not like LeBron James when he was 18. He was already like a grown man.
He was a freak.
He was a freak, man.
And these guys are not like that. They're still growing in their bodies, so they physically run into problems with these guys. A lot of these guys they're playing are grown men already, and they're playing for a job, so it's not going to be completely easy for them.
Right. Hey, I got to get off soon.
Sean,
what are we going up to, bro?
As far as what?
The score.
Oh no, it's just for show, man.
All right.
I just testing it out, man, because I think I'm gonna make this a segment. I think I'm gonna make this a regular segment because I think I can have about. I think I actually can have up to like 10 people on at one time.
That'll be a little crazy. Maybe start with 5.
Yeah. I don't think it'll get past 5, but I think I can definitely host a number of people on the same time.
You can control the audio too, can't you?
Of your volume?
No, you could mute everybody except one person.
Yeah, I can mute. I have complete control. I can remove people, mute people.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think you should mute people when you're trying to talk or something, or mute everybody but the person talking.
Right. You can designate a couple minutes to talk and further, just like they do on PTI.
But take a look at this. I got a clock too. I didn't use the clock because the clock is it's hard to keep up with the clock. But look, I got a clock here.
Oh. That's cool.
So look, I got a clock. So I got. It was hard. It's hard to keep up with the clock and call the game at the same time. But I also got a clock. But I want to see. I'm gonna have to mess around with this app a little bit more because what I want to see is I want to bring on four people. So it'd be you, Sean, and then 2 other people, and see if I can get a scoreboard of 2 more because I think I only got options for 2. To have 2 scoreboards right now, but I'm gonna mess around with it, see if I can add 2 more scoreboards. But yeah, I think it'd be a cool segment, right? It'd be sweet.
Yeah, I think that it worked out real nice now, but also Sean and I play well together. We don't talk, we weren't really talking over each other, but I think you get more people, and some people will want to talk, and then.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, But I got a mute button, so I can mute both of you right now. Both of you can try to talk. Can't hear anything. See, Gag. See, look. Well, yeah, I can mute people, so it's cool. I think the best part is I can kick people, because like if someone's like really like hammering away at somebody, I'd be like,
Like
okay,
really,
yeah.
I got a couple people in mind that would probably do that.
Who do you got? Who do you got in mind?
I think maybe Josh Sanders if he gets some drinks in him. I feel
Oh
like
my god!
he'll just he'll be like, hey, the Cade will be. He'll just go on and on.
Cussing at everybody.
And he won't be too bad though, but I feel like
sober he won't be too bad.
There's a couple of people that will get really serious. I think maybe like if Mike Campbell came on, I feel like he'd get real serious. Like he'd be like, "No, it's this way." Like,
not Mike. Mike's pretty chill, man. I know a few. I can think of a few people right now who would.
All right, who are you thinking? No, I know Mike Campbell's chill, but I'm just saying, like he'll go until he makes his point.
Oh man, dude, someone like I think if you got Barack in a debate, man.
Oh,
Barack would try to dominate you.
How did I pass that? Well, Brock. Plus, the hard part will try to get Brock on here because he's going to want to go live on his own show because. So the first part would get Brock on here. The second part would be able to get him to do this because, he loves just going live himself and being in charge.
But Brock's cool. I'm just kidding, Brock. If you're listening.
Do you have viewers now, or is everybody pretty much?
Yeah, everybody's pretty much gone, man. We're just chopping it up. But yeah, this is a good test, man. I like this setup.
Did Josh Stewart leave?
I don't know who's viewing, man. We got one viewer right now, but yeah, Josh was here like a few minutes ago. He was talking.
I don't think Sam and I can view how many people. Only you can, right?
Yeah, it's like one person. It might be a YouTuber, honestly. Let me go check that. I think it's a YouTuber.
Invite him.
But yeah, dude, I would let, dude, I'm really enjoying this, man.
If there's the game on Tuesday, it'll be perfect for me.
No, it's someone on Facebook.
Oh, is it?
No, I got one YouTuber and one Facebook. What's up?
Oh, the game on Tuesday. Are you going to be able to do a show? Because I can join.
Yeah.
I'll be completely available. I could even do it during the game if you wanted.
Yeah.
What time is that game at?
I just had it up. Let me check that out again. Pistons. Yeah, dude. Totally. I'm gonna be doing this. The only one that I'm having questions about is the Knicks game because it's on NBA TV. I don't have NBA TV.
Right. Pretty much the only ones that Monday or Tuesday is the only one that I could potentially do live, but I could do it like the night after the game.
Yeah. So the one on Tuesday, the next game's Tuesday at 9 p.m. against the Rockets, and yes, I can do that game, and I will be doing that game. Yes, as long as I don't have any issues, man. Facebook really like screwed me over today, man.
Yeah. Like, I saw you try to get on in the first, and then you were having issues, and then
stream.
Yeah. Say that again.
I think there's a setting on there about using a temporary link or a persistent stream link, and if you can use the persistent stream link, it's way more reliable.
No, it was more of so that they temporarily blocked my account from streaming.
Probably because you were using a legal stream, right?
Oh, whatever. No, I was not using a legal stream. No, I was just doing this, man. I think it's because I've been hassling to try to get basically I think it's just a newer account. That's why it wouldn't let me stream.
Oh, because you're using your new Facebook. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, something. I don't know, man. It was really bogus because, like, I've been
It takes a long
testing.
time before they trust you to do live on a new Facebook account.
I've been
Man.
testing. I've been testing. I've been testing this thing all week long with that account that they blocked, and right when I needed it to go live to do a legitimate thing, they block it. I'm just like at no time throughout the week did I have any issues with it up until the moment that I was actually gonna do a legitimate live. It made no sense.
Did you test it before, or did you go right when the game started?
I went right when the game started. So the last time I tested it was yesterday, and I tested it Friday, and I tested it Thursday. Like I'm getting all the kinks out throughout the whole week. Like I was literally legitimately testing it.
Yeah, I would maybe just suggest.
Say that again, Sam.
Sorry. No, sorry. Nothing.
Okay.
I was saying maybe just suggest to try to do like a little practice run before the actual game starts.
I'm gonna have to, man, just to make sure everything's running smoothly because I was like I said, I tested this thing yesterday for a good hour, and then the other
because
like,
I remember
Friday,
I remember you said in the group chat, I'm all good to go. I'm going to be going for the game tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm getting home like a half hour before tip, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I got my whole setup going. I'm like, man, I was so pumped, man. I was like, man, we're gonna get this on the show on the road.
Yeah,
and then here goes Facebook blocking me. I'm like, what is this, man? YouTube was fine, man. YouTube has been good the whole time, but Facebook like literally blocked all my access. I'm just like, this is dumb. This is dumb.
Yeah, Facebook's kind of been a little in and out this summer.
Dude, they've been in and out this whole time, man. Like, it's been at least like the last 4 to 5 years. They've been more restrictive by the year.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. All these restrictions are just kind of making a lot of issues for everybody doing stuff like this.
I like this timer though. Like, look at this. Like, I reset it, and as soon as I reset it, it went right back to.
Can you change it to?
Oh yeah, I can change it. That's just what I had it at because I was trying to call the game at 12-minute quarters, but I couldn't keep up with the time. What's up?
Say Tuesday, Sam and I join again after the game, and we get maybe 1 or 2 more people, and say we do this little like debate again. We should definitely do a timer for like a few minutes so we don't keep rambling on about the same thing.
Right.
Well, the clock's ticking on you right now for a minute, so you still got 35 seconds to talk, Sean.
All right, well, 35 seconds to talk. So basically, I mean, like, if other people do join and we do this and we keep track of the score, definitely have a time limit because there'll be people that just be rambling on, like I said, about the same thing. And I mean, once they make their point in their statement, I mean, that should be it. They should be done, point or no point, and then move on to the next person. What do you think about that?
What do you think, Sam?
It's I also think that potentially there's going to be people who get like deer in the headlight, and in a whole minute they're not going to have anything to say. So that maybe they should have the option to be able to yield or say like I don't have anything more to add. You can next person can join or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's easy to do. Like I can add people, like just like that. Like
or people like Brock. He'll go on for 10 minutes if you don't tell him, if you don't ask him or distract him from his conversation, Brock will talk for like 10 to 20 minutes without anybody else talking.
The one thing I want to do too is like I want to add more scoreboards, and I got to mess around with this app a little more because like you see how it says like Shawnee and Super Sam. Like I want to see if I can get another 2 more scoreboards. Oh, there goes the clock. Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
No, we didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it? Oh my god! What the hell? It was in my ear. Like as soon as it hit 0, it was like a horn. It was like. You guys didn't hear that?
You might have it set for the host to hear it only.
Damn, that is. I mean, that still works. It'll let me know, like if I'm not paying attention to the clock, it'll let me know when you're out of time.
I think the users probably hear it. Maybe.
I'm surprised.
Maybe you have to change the settings for the guests to hear it too.
Maybe.
Like host plus guests.
I'm trying to think.
Ask the YouTuber that's watching if he heard it.
The YouTuber, did you hear the? did you hear the horn, YouTuber? Dude, I like the YouTubes, man. I like the YouTubers, man. It's good. I kind of like YouTube because YouTube does promote your live stream. If you're going live, they'll promote it. They will promote it. Like even if you're not like got a lot of action going on, they'll promote your live. So I do like YouTube.
When we did it before, we had quite a few.
Yeah.
Impressed with how many were watching on the YouTube.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Every time I get on, like I'm always getting YouTube comments, and I'm not soliciting to YouTube at all. I'm more so soliciting to Facebook because Facebook's more what I'm integrated with. But the fact is, like that's why it was such a kick in the nuts when I found out like they temporarily banned my account on Facebook because that's where the larger audience is at right now. But there's potential here with YouTube for sure. Absolutely, there's potential here.
It's hard for us to all be on the same page like on Facebook because we got different groups. We got different like we got every group does a game thread, and then some people do a pre-game, and then some people have conflicting post games, and then.
Right.
Well, I was talking to Josh earlier this week about making this the game thread. Yeah. And I screwed up, man, because like I said, I wasn't expecting to be banned on Facebook, so I'm actually glad that he just went through and made the game thread. Because I was like, dang it, Josh, we're supposed to be on the same page. Both of us were supposed to be on Facebook, or we're supposed to be on the same page about the game thread, but at the end of the day, he made the better move and just to make the game thread because I was not expecting this stream to screw up like that.
I think it would be a really good idea to make it the game thread. More people involved and more. It'll be easier to conversate and you'll be saying the score. You'll have the game in the background. People won't be able to. You won't be needing to post stats all the time or.
Yeah, this is definitely way better than the game thread. The game threads are kind of dead because they don't even give updates anymore like they were. So
right, yeah.
I think it's a bit archaic too. I think it's a bit archaic. I think we all been doing game threads for like the last 7 years. I think everybody's kind of like
it's
like
a little
bored of the format.
It's a little out of date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then on top of that. Every group has a game thread, so like you have all these Pistons groups, all of them have game threads, and no one's really doing anything different. Yeah. So it's like it's just the same old.
Getting not that much traction. None of them are getting that much.
But I can see why, man, because everybody's got the same game thread, and too many fans are spread out between game threads.
And the only way you get more people is just doing all those tags, and it takes so much time.
Yep.
The only group that I know that get a ton of tags down every game is the news and update group. There's a girl in there, Fatima. She does an unbelievable job tagging all these people. Where I noticed in your guys' game thread, there wasn't as many tags. So that's another reason. But when you go live like this, everybody gets a notification. So
I don't think people like getting several notifications. Me trying to get the dumb thing to work. That was. I gotta imagine that was a bit annoying.
Well, when it works, it's
the good thing is that it's a summer league. So
yeah, it's a summer league, but it was still a big game, man. This was Kade's debut.
Right.
Hey,
thankfully the game wasn't that good. Also,
yeah, it was a bit rough.
We can have the real debut on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I mean, you subtract the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, we're good.
So let's talk about formats since you guys want to jump on with me Tuesday. Sam, you guys want to both come on the game with me Tuesday, or do you guys just want to jump on at the end of the game?
I can come on with you doing the play-by-play.
Okay.
And that's like, that won't always be the case, but I will be able to do that on Tuesday.
Okay.
Well, how about this? How about this? The days that Sam can't, I'll try to do the play-by-play with you.
Okay.
But for Tuesday, I'll probably join maybe at like halftime and then after the game. I'm not sure about the following games though, but Tuesday I'll do halftime and post game.
Okay, and we'll come on in halftime and we'll chop it up like we're doing right now.
Yep, and then I'll come back after the game.
After the game, that'll work. Halftime's a lot shorter, by the way. It was like only like 5 minutes, like for.
Yeah,
like
it was
half
times.
Short. Yeah, it was like really short. It was like only like a commercial break. Maybe two commercial breaks.
I could come on and talk about the stats.
Okay. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome to get like a halftime update.
That's something that you do all the time, and it's real good stuff.
Yeah, I like to do that.
That'd be awesome, man, dude.
However, though, you guys better tell RJ and Juan I'm grinding over here. You know,
dude.
They gotta give me my mod or admin spot back.
Absolutely. There's a few things that I added to this whole live stream. Like, I've added all this that I've been talking about with you guys for like the last hour. But there's other things that I've added. Like, I've even added a soundboard. Like, the soundboard's so legit for this thing. It's legit. It is. Like, I got like sound effects and things like that.
No, you gotta have a lightsaber for saving Lee.
Oh! Yes! Yes! Hold on, before I forget. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Hold on. I'm putting that down.
Is there a lot of different effects you can do and like
dude, I've been messing around with this soundboard for like the last couple weeks. I'm creating my own effects, man.
What's that? Sorry, just a sec, guys. Let me put myself on mute.
Dude, I've been creating my own effects.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I like it a lot. Sometimes you get sick of just commenting on the thread and like you don't see the game or you don't hear the game when you're commenting on the game threads. So sometimes, it's kind of out of date, and this kind of brings a new generation look to the threads.
Let me see something real quick, because I actually don't need to have these headsets in. I'm gonna have to mess around. I won't be able to do the sound. I won't be able to give you guys the sound effects today, but Tuesday I'll have it all set up because I need these headsets to play a different purpose to get the right sound effect. But anyway, yeah, dude, I got a few little tricks, man. I've been really messing around with the setup. It's gonna look legit. It's gonna be legit throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll definitely do some halftime and post game stats.
I wanna kind of get a feel for you guys as like, because basically I'll be doing the play-by-play. And what you guys will be doing is you guys would be coming in and doing the color commentating. So I'm just, like, I don't want to step on your shoes while you're talking, and I don't want you to step on my shoes while I'm talking.
Right.
But the key thing is that I'm updating the people that are watching what's going on with the game.
Oh, exactly.
So we're gonna have to have like a mix of like how we're gonna play this off each other, because like when
I
me
had
and
somebody walking in here to the restaurant.
oh yeah, like I was gonna say, when we did this with Sam, me and Sam did a game last year. You remember that, Sam?
Yeah.
Me and Sam did a game last year.
Right.
It was Minnesota, I think it was, and
I remember that.
we did really well. But the thing is, we kept on
Interrupting each other.
interrupting each other and taking our focus off the game, so people didn't really know what was going on. So
Right. Yeah, you gotta stay focused and just kind of let each other talk. And when there's those air gaps, then transition it over.
It's a different thing because it's a play-by-play. So
Right. Yeah, I did that game with you on the USA game. Remember, Mike, a little bit.
oh yeah. That was a lot of fun. Hey,
Yeah,
Crypto
we had
Booty's
a-
back.
We had a lot of YouTubers give us a lot of information with those USA games.
Oh yeah, man, I had no idea about any of the teams. I did. Remember when we were talking, we didn't realize how good France was. France is actually playing for a gold medal, man.
Yep, and then we were talking about how Luka was going to carry Slovenia, and he did up until the finals.
Finals.
Yep.
Yeah. So Slovenia. I mean, what
And
were
Spain.
They say?
Spain was terrible.
They were saying that Luka Garza's dad was like the best Slovenia basketball player.
Oh,
in
really?
Slovenia. Did you catch that in the game?
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
And then there's like until Luka Doncic came or something like that.
Right.
Crypto Booty says I'd laugh if the Pistons make the playoffs and the Rockets don't. That'd make my year.
I could see that, and maybe like Jalen getting Rookie of the Year over Cade. But us making the playoffs and the Rockets don't. I could see that.
Man, if we make the playoffs, I don't know I don't know if we'd make the playoffs, man.
I think we would only get in the playoffs if we won a play-in game, like the 10th seed, like the Memphis Grizzlies did.
You would have to, for us to make the playoffs, you would need Sadiq Bey to step up to just about where Jeremy Grant's playing at.
Right, and Grant would have to get up to about 25.
I think Jeremy Grant would be fine hovering there around 20.
Oh, you just mean Sadiq would have to get up to 20 as well.
Yeah, about 18-point game score, 17, something like that.
And Cade would have to at least be minimum of 15.
I wouldn't even say that. I think it mainly just you need to get in the playoffs. You need at least a 2-guy.
You need a third option too, though. A lot of
if you're gonna compete, I'm talking about like more like a 7th or 8th seed.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you were a 7th or 8th seed, I think get in with a 2-headed monster.
Yeah, I don't see him being a 7th or 8th seed at all. I see him being a 9th or 10th seed in the play-in games.
I do too. I don't think you'll get 17 points from Sadiq.
Nope. I see Sadiq getting 15 points per game.
Sadiq getting 15, I can see that. That may be good to get into 8th. Maybe if like
more realistic, maybe Cade at 12, 5 and 5. Killian at.
Go ahead.
And Killian probably like 8 and 8 or something. 8 points, 8 assists.
Or how about this? Or how about like how about a guy like Isaiah Stewart stepping up and being kind of like everybody likes to use Ben Wallace, but let's go with like another defensive player.
Dennis Rodman.
Like Dennis Rodman. like a how about like a Dikembe Mutombo kind of player? Just a defense. Just a defensive like anchor, like a serious defensive anchor. Like maybe something like that. Maybe that will be our three-headed monster.
I could see that. I could see Stewart maybe averaging like 11 and 7 or 8 rebounds.
He'd have to pick up his rebounds, man. I don't think 7 or 8 is gonna cut it.
He will if he's a starting center.
You think he'll be? You think it's at starting center? What do you think he'll average?
He's got to be 11 or 12 points per game, maybe 10 points per game.
Rebounding.
He's got to have at least 8. He's got to have at least 8 rebounds.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he'll get 8, man. He
What do you think he'll get? 6?
I think he'll be like a 7 rebound guy, man. Because he wasn't that strong of a rebounder last year.
What did he get last year? 6.
I'd have to take a look at it.
I don't even know.
I don't even think it was that high. Out of all the things that we credit Stewart for being, because I think most people think he's going to be a solid center, especially after having a decent rookie year. I don't think his rebounding was all that great. Actually, it was actually not bad. 6.7.
That's what I thought. See, I could see him getting 8 rebounds.
21 minutes a game.
That's good. I could see
him
getting 8 or 9 rebounds a game starting. I think Plumlee got 9 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds about right. Plumlee was actually pretty decent.
He just couldn't score the ball.
Yeah, he had 9.3.
And what, like 8 points per game? Or no, he had 10 points per game, actually, didn't he?
It was a 10 point per game.
Yeah. But, I could see Stewart basically replacing Plumlee's stats, but shooting threes.
Plumlee was only... Well, check this out. Plumlee had only averaged about 27 minutes a game, and rebounded nine rebounds a game, 10 points.
Yeah. So give Stewart 27. He might average 10 rebounds.
Maybe. We'll see. There were some games where I was disappointed with Stewart's rebounding performances. Like
I'm excited.
Kade were out-rebounding.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Killian.
Yeah, my fault, Killian. Yeah, Killian was out-rebounding him.
He did that tonight again, too. He was taking rebounds from people. He's pretty impressive at... See, that's the thing. I don't know if Killian is trying to be a defensive player or is he trying to be a playmaker. Because he's not trying to be a two-way player, because if he was, he'd have a shot down. So he's either going to be a defensive player or a playmaker.
I think you don't think he could be both?
I think he could, but I mean, I could see him maybe being like a Rajon Rondo. Like a light version of Rajon Rondo, like just playmaking and defense, can't shoot on Boston.
Who are you talking about?
Killian. Whether he's better at, is his strength more defense, playmaking, or both?
I think they're the same. I think playmaking is also his playmaking also happens on the defensive end. I think that his offensive playmaking, as long as it's not, if we're not counting fast break, is not as good as Rajon Rondo.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, maybe the more defense he plays, the more he gets fired up and
Right.
running the floor and
Yeah, I
playmaking, looking for others.
I just like that style of basketball. That's the way I played or was trained and stuff. It's just all about like fast break, and so I just like it. But
If he wasn't hesitant, he'd be a good shooter probably. He hesitates on every shot. He looks like that kid on freshman basketball that you pass him the ball and he like stutters and hesitates for a couple seconds and dribbles and passes it away. That's
Right.
what Killian Hayes looks like when he gets the ball to shoot it. He doesn't look confident. That's what it is.
Yeah.
His confidence with shooting's just not there.
yeah,
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night, man. I gotta get some things done before I go to bed.
So,
But
Mike, do you
yeah,
want to do like I want to make I would like to do this as like the official group's game thread for Tuesday. Do you want to do like a test run or something?
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll probably do it at like a hour before tip, to test run it. I got a few test groups and pages that I'm doing it. I'm not quite sure why it didn't work, but I'll actually be testing it throughout the week to make sure that.
Do you want tomorrow is Monday? Do you want like I could also if you wanted to, or if you wanted to do it by yourself, we could try to even do it a test run tomorrow, and we can just talk about the game or anything.
Yeah. We can do that. When are you free tomorrow?
Pretty much whenever.
Okay. You want to do something like around like you want to do something like around like 4 or 5 tomorrow p.m.
Possibly. I'm not sure. I'm not. It's hard for me to say without speaking to my family what's the best time for me to do it, because we do have some plans at some point, but.
Well, what time works best for you then?
Possibly more towards the evening.
Yeah, the evening always works better for me. I work. Oh. I could even help you guys if you need help, but just let me know the details and.
So a couple hours later then, right?
Yeah, just a couple hours.
Like what time? Give me a time.
Like 8 or 9, probably, right, Sam?
Yeah.
8 or 9. Okay,
yeah.
we could. Let's try something for 8 or 9. I'm gonna put it in my phone, and I'll go ahead and message you, or like you guys, like around 7 o'clock, just to confirm.
Okay.
All right, and you guys put in a good word. Sam, I know you're a co-head admin. You see what I've been doing. I've been focusing on Pistons, man, keeping out of the drama. I don't want no BS. I'm just keeping straight up with the Pistons. So I just want to be an admin again and help this group out, man.
All right. It's good work. I will put in the word.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put in a good word for you too, Sean.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Let's try something for 8 or 9 tomorrow. I'm gonna I'll message you guys like around 7 o'clock to confirm the time. But basically, I'm just gonna be testing it out. But when we do test it out tomorrow, how much time do you think you can dedicate to some testing, Sam or Sean?
Anywhere from under an hour to 3 hours potentially.
Okay, all right. I don't think it'll be more than an hour.
Yeah, I could do an hour. An hour sounds good.
Do any of you have any of you guys have this game DVR'd?
I don't, but I think I can get it. I can get it with the DirecTV thing, I think. Or is it? No, that's only on. I don't have it. Sorry. Bally Sports, you can do that. But
okay, I want to sync up a game. It could be this game that we just watched, or an old game, or whatever. If we gotta find one on YouTube, we can. But I kind of just want to go over format to kind of like what I was saying to Sean, and we kind of talked about this before, Sam, is like, I don't want to step on each other's shoes while we're trying to talk, because like you'll be coming in as a color commentator, so basically you'll be filling in the gaps of the play-by-play. So I'll be like, well, there goes Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey takes it up the court. He shoots the three. It looks like it's in and out to the Houston Rockets. Jalen Green gets the rebound. Somewhere in there is where you guys will just be putting in your input about the game, I guess.
Right, like,
strong rebound, or like,
or you can say like, oh, Jalen Green gets the ball. He has 15 points right now. He's dribbling up, passing it to whatever that center's name is, something like. Yeah, and then Mike will take back over, things like that.
Yeah. Where we ran into problems before was, now what I would do is just, like, I won't try to do any of the play-by-play. Like, I'll just let you handle that aspect. I won't be saying like he's dribbling up the court or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd like to do that kind of, but it's we can.
I mean, I wouldn't say you couldn't. You could just kind of transition it to Mike, like passing Mike the ball.
I don't mind a back and forth. If we're gonna do it, it's got to kind of be fluid.
Right. How about we just sleep? We'll sleep on it, and then we'll regroup about it tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Something like just to give you an idea is how kind of could look like is like, well, Sadiq Bey with a 3-point. I'm talking Sadiq Bey with a 3-point shot. It's off the rim. It's out the rim to Jalen Green, and then you can interject like that's actually Jalen Green's a fifth rebound or the second rebound in 2 possessions or something like that. I mean, like that's a great point out. Jalen Green is doing a great job on the glass or something. I don't know.
The type of commentary that I would be putting in, because that's like what I look at when I'm watching the game, would be something like that was like a kind of a more obscure thing, like Lee hedged the screen in a way that really made him change directions or something like that. Like that's the type of thing that I might.
More reaction to the action of the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could say it afterwards too, because if Mike's talking, and then they're coming up the other way, and then I could say it then.
Because there's moments in the game where there's lulls, because you'll see it when I'm calling the action, because what will happen is, like, for example, Killian Hayes will be at the top of the 3-point circle, or Cade Cunningham will be, and they'll just hold the ball for like 6 or 7 seconds, and I'm just like waiting for them to do something so I can call it. So like Cade Cunningham will be holding the ball, and he's holding it right, and I'm over here. Cade Cunningham has the ball. He's looking for someone to pass it to. That's something that maybe that you guys can say other than me. Like, all I'm doing is saying who Cade Cunningham is going to pass it to. You get what I'm saying? So as soon as Cade Cunningham passes the ball, and I'm like, well, there goes Cade Cunningham with the pass to Sadiq Bey. But in the meantime, while he's holding the ball, you can be saying, well, Cade Cunningham is surveillancing the floor. I'm not quite sure if he has an idea where he's taking the ball to or something, or going to take the play to, or if he's going to, or it looks like Cade Cunningham is calling the play, and he's waiting for the play to develop. That could be the comments that you're interjecting, huh?
I think they're trying to get it to cook in the post.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or you could be like, or something be like during that lull, that 6 seconds lull that he's holding it, like there goes, and you could be like, there goes Tyler Cook battling down low trying to get position.
Yep. Or say, like, for an example, today's game, like Mike, you could be saying, Terrence Mann has the ball in the paint and he's hustling. Cade Cunningham's guarding him, and then when Sekou ran up, the other person could be like, oh, and there goes Sekou running up behind him with the block. That's his 5th block, and then Mike could take back over and finish that play.
Oh, the big thing too that me and Sam really tested out was that we also got to be synced up as far as like our stream goes, or whatever. How we're watching the game, we got to be synced up. I just found out that I can't fucking rewind on my end. So I'm pretty stuck at where I'm at as far as the game goes.
Fast. I think I can.
Say that again.
Let me check. Yeah, it's live.
How flexible is your rewind fast forward, Sean?
You can do that? What do you mean?
Like, when you play the game, can you rewind and fast forward at all?
Yes. Oh, with the DVR on the remote, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I just found out that I can't fucking rewind at all. Yeah, I
can do that.
Because we're gonna have to be watching the play we're gonna have to be watching the game at the same time.
Right. I mean, I could try to come in at the beginning of the game, and I could do little small stuff in the first and second quarter. Like if you guys need a replay or something like that, I could try to do that.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool, yeah. I could even put the camera on it because we got cameras, so I could even put the camera on it and show the replay. Right. That'd be cool.
This is something I can also do. Like, if you're going to do that, I can do something like this. Hold on. You guys are watching it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and he just takes us. Oh, you can take. Oh, I see what you're doing. So then it could just be me talking. You guys go away, and then you guys come back in. I see what you're doing. Nice. All right, come back.
So you could do something like that.
All right.
Got you.
I gotta get mine fixed. Maybe I can do it on my laptop better with the pause.
I can do it when it's on ESPN or NBA TV, but I do not have the Fox Sports channel. So when it goes back to the regular season, I'll just have the streams, and I don't think you can rewind. You can't rewind on the streams, can you?
Oh wait! Oh, yeah. So you don't actually have FSD, or what is it, Bally's now or whatever?
Yeah, Bally's. I don't have that channel right now. I just have ESPN and NBA TV. The package for that is like crazy.
Is it? Man, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand what we're saying about this, Sean. Like when we're watching the same game, but our feed is at different times. So like he's seeing the play before I see the play, or I see the play before he does. So we got to get them to where they're like at the same time.
But your rewind fast forward capabilities are pretty rock solid, Sam.
I got to. I can test that better tomorrow. I can't do it on this, but I think I can do it on my laptop better.
Yeah, okay. I can do it for the summer league because I got ESPN, so I can rewind for these ESPN games. But when the season starts, I won't be able to unless I do end up getting that package.
All right. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll do a testing. I'll invite both of you. We'll work on it. But we're gonna have to look at a game that we all can see, and we we can all watch at the same time. So I don't know. There's a lot of old games on YouTube we can do. We can try this on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we can do that.
Oh yeah, we could do that. A game on YouTube. That'll be
We could
simple.
watch a classic Pistons game or something even.
Like
Yeah.
we all just pull it up on our laptop.
Yeah. So if you guys have the capability of pulling that up on your laptop, just having that as being your way to watch a game while we kind of like lay
Yeah,
this
that's
structure out, that'll work.
Right,
Okay.
right. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, fellas, I got it.
Got
What was that?
I even got like I could set it up to where I got a green screen and all sorts of cool stuff. But we'll just start small for me. Or we'll just try to get it to work.
Yeah, we'll progress that up just like the Pistons team.
Yeah. We'll build our chemistry just like the summer squad.
That'll work. That'll work. We're starting at square one, man. I have my number one draft picks. We're ready to roll.
Yep.
All right, fellas. I gotta get going. I gotta
All
get
right.
some shit done. So,
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep.
we'll reconvene tomorrow. We'll get it together.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, fellas. Thank you for joining me, man.
All right, bye.
Have a good one night. Have a good night.
Yep.
Guys.
Yep, you too.
Take care.